What is up, everybody? It is Friday. It's right here, Mod 20 Gaming. It's Wizards and Webcams Day.
That's us.
And we have a new layout. A new layout because you know what? There is one more of us. See if you can spot who it is. Pro tip, it's that one right there. It's that one. So I just want to take a real quick second and say, hi, 10 Speed, welcome aboard.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Nice to see you again.
A new player has joined the table, and we cannot be more excited. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a minute. But at the same time, 10 Speed, she made our new layout, and then Ricky made it all go to the places that it should be. So they're kind of the ones making us look great right now.
The real heroes.
Yes.
Yeah, the new layout's bitching, man.
So,
Not all heroes wear
Thank
capes,
you.
but I do
Easy
like the two that
peasy.
they wear.
So, running over it real quick because we have had some fun things go on. On Wednesday, we had a follow that didn't go off, and I'm very sorry, but it's Young Drew. Thank you so much for the follow. You're completely
Andrew
right.
followed? Cool.
Yeah, you're completely right, my guy.
Interesting.
DB, thank you for the host as per usual. 10 Speed, you're here, and thank you so much for the host. I appreciate
here.
you. And DB, those bits, I see you dropping the bits in early. We appreciate you. So anybody else that's in chat, if you wanna hang out, we'd love to see you. But hey, Steven, how do they help support us if they want to take a second and do that?
You know, if you just hang out and encourage us in chat.
Okay.
No. So if you want to help make our dreams come true, there's two simple ways you can do it. One, you can give us this. You push this button up here at the top. I believe it's purple, maybe green. I don't know. Twitch changing things. Then what you do when you hit that button is you give us $4.99 to subscribe to us for a month, and you help make our dreams come true. $5 at a time. That means we can buy new equipment, new gear, all these new things. Maybe I can have a working PC again. I don't know. Now, if you don't have $5, you might have $5 you don't know about. If you have Amazon Prime, secret money. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means you can take $5 of what you give
$5.
Amazon straight out of the cold, wet depths of Jeff Bezos's pockets.
Ew. Richest man ever.
And if you can get away from his buff arms, which I believe and I think you can give that to us. You don't have to give it to us. You can just give it to 10 Speed right there, another deserving streamer. But we appreciate it if you give it to us. Yeah.
Leave it here.
Very
Also,
well said.
We'll take positive comments in chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
And speaking of 10 Speed, you're hanging out with us tonight, but like, where can they find you not on Fridays?
So not on Fridays. I'll be Saturday and Sunday nights on my own Chanel, which I thought I had chat open, but I'm a terrible.
The link for your
I do
channel
have
is
chat
actually
open.
down
Boom.
in our socials as well.
Sweet. Well, then you'll find it there. You can find me there on Tuesday nights with the homie Metal Plates, playing couch co-op games, usually roguelikes, usually gunplay. Saturdays we're playing whatever the hell I feel like, and Sundays is horror games. But Friday nights I'm right here. Come hang out any of those nights. I'm happy to see your faces.
Wait, Sid, what are you playing
or your
tomorrow?
screen names.
What are you playing tomorrow?
That's a very good question. You know, actually, no, it's not.
That's an awful question. You should feel bad.
I'm gonna play Enter the Gungeon tomorrow because you know what? God damn it, I've been playing that game for like ever, and I've never beaten it, and it's gotta happen. There's so much content I still haven't seen, and so tomorrow night it's Enter the Gungeon until we make it happen.
Dude,
Actually, advanced Gungeons and Dragons. Actually,
Yeah,
so I run it.
Advanced
Dude,
Gungeons and Dragons.
Team view me in.
Dragons, yes.
Team view me in. I want to play with you.
You know, let's figure that out. There may be a way.
Cause that'd be dope.
That would be the aces.
All right, so that's where you can find 10 Speed. I love it. It's good fun. That was a
very
really
fun.
awkward segue. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was like, yeah, let's get
It's
into it.
okay.
And then I lost my train of thought and I was just like, so no, that's my bad. So,
D&D.
yeah, D&D.
It's the coolest. It's pretty sweet.
I'm all over the place.
D&D.
We have like words. Richard, what's our stream schedule look like?
Well, every Wednesday, you can catch us for just a little bit of like, it's a little like the podcast bullshit and making some memes,
That's the best way.
the usual stuff.
That's the best
Usual
description of
stuff
Wednesday.
we do.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
God. These
But if you
guys.
want some solid D&D action, you can catch us every Friday at 7:30. If you miss an episode, you can also catch it on YouTube every Monday.
Yes. Mondays.
I like it. He's like Fridays and Mondays. Yeah, Wednesdays.
Wednesdays can fuck off.
That's more correct.
Yeah.
All right. So let's jump right into it here. Let's jump in for tonight. And to kind of give us a recap, just in case you missed it, spoilers are ahead, but you're walking straight into spoiler country. Malfoy, tell us what's going on. What happened last week, my guy?
All right, I'll try and keep this short and simple because usually I go on for like half an hour and kill the vibe. But so basically, after Bjorn won his fight with the half-orc the episode prior, we ended up just meeting with the leadership and basically like, showing up to a feast. And Armand and Etlin turned in early, whereas Bjorn and the half-orc that he fought ended up basically just having like a drinking competition. At which point Bjorn ended up on his side, just like woo, but like super shit-faced. I ended up carrying him back to where Etlin and Armand had retired. In our sleep, Nickelodeon and Bjorn ended up in this weird like projection of a dungeon in itself. Fought a mimic. Fought what was the name of that monster, Ian? Like a blabbermouth or something like that?
It's called a gibbering mouther. Anybody who knows what that is.
Yeah. Freaking
Holla.
weird.
It's just a big mass of mouths and eyes that screams at you and tries to eat you.
Yeah.
So, Doc.
We killed a mimic.
Dated one of those.
We killed that thing, and then we ended up waking up at the same time to find Etlin and Armand had been taken, and in their stead, new party member Kata Zix, played by 10 Speed, and DMPC Mike, the fun Russian man, elf, ended up helping us on our quest into Direbend Keep.
Mike's the coolest.
The Russian
He
man.
really is.
He's mean. He's mean.
But the rest of us can just go die and Mike can do whatever.
Yeah. While we were there, had some glimpses of influence from the Collector, and fighting reanimated skeletons, and eventually defeating the God. What was his title, Ian? Lord of the Forsaken.
Lord of the Forsaken.
In which
Landis.
case,
Arthas himself.
Lendis.
yes,
I mean,
you're
not wrong.
where we recovered the Dawnblade, which we were sent there to do.
Yes.
Blade.
After looking around, finding some other stuff, we ended up returning to the base camp with the Defenders of the Keep, and that is where we will pick up today.
All your base are belong to
In
us.
fact, we are actually going to jump ahead a couple more days. So you took the time, and everybody kind of hung out. It was a pretty exhausting, pretty scary experience in the keep there, and you just needed a couple days to kind of lay low, kind of get everything back to normal. The forest kin there in their camp, they were actually very accommodating, and you had a decent place to sleep, 3 square meals, the whole 9. And we are going to pick up today the morning that your friends get back. So you managed to, so Nickelodeon, Bjorn, Kata, and Mike. Well, I guess Kata and Mike don't really sleep because elves. But Nickelodeon and Bjorn, you both kind of come to being awake. That's a phrase that I said.
Come to being awake.
Come to being awake. But you wake up and you find that in your little tent that you're in, you have Etlin all passed out on the ground and Armand also passed out on the floor.
Like they were just like actually just like dropped there.
Yep, they were just kind of like, there you go.
My shirt's open.
Pants
Dragged on.
slightly undone.
Am I clean?
Interesting.
If I'm not clean, I'm very upset.
Well, from his description, you're also unconscious, so you can't be upset yet.
I'm unconsciously
Yet.
upset.
No, if I know anything about Armand, it's that he can
Prepare an
he
action.
can
Be upset.
Yeah, that's his passive.
Ready in action. The moment I gain consciousness, I'm upset.
Like he's mastered the art.
That's my secret cap.
I'm always
I'm
upset.
always
sorry.
upset.
Sorry.
That's I'm always upset.
All right.
Always.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, apparently I'm unconscious.
Yes.
So I'm
Over the last 2 days, Ian, did
Yes.
I attune to the Dawnblade?
Yes, I'm actually sending you the stats for it right now.
Sick.
Yay.
They have to
And
retire that
as-
one. I can't say that every time.
As you attuned to it, you also started to feel other thoughts in your head that aren't yours, but not in a bad way.
Uh-oh.
It's more of just like
Other thoughts.
once you attune to it, it's little every now and then you'll get faint ideas of it's a really nice day out today.
You know who else gets random thoughts in their head?
No.
Stop oppressing
Charles
me with your
Manson.
optimism.
I like that. The sword is like, hey,
It's sunny and
hey,
nice.
fam.
It's a great day to be alive.
The stealth armor from
You have to keep that sword.
Fallout
I don't
in
want anything to
Vegas.
do with it.
Is it the Dawnblade? Does it have a voice?
Yes, it's a very it sounds like a very cute girl actually.
I wanted it to sound like the cousin from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
The cousin.
I forget his name
The
right now.
cousin.
Like Carlton?
Forget his name.
Carlton?
Yeah, I want it to be Carlton.
What?
See,
It's a very nice day.
When you say the cousin and you don't say Carlton, I assume it's some other like niche
Yeah,
like side
Ashley
character.
or-
that-
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
whatever her name was, Vicky or whatever her name was, I forget.
Hillary?
Was
Hillary.
Hillary, the other cousin. Who was the mom?
Yes.
Yeah, Hillary was the
Aunt
older cousin.
Viv. All right.
Good, that's
But
what I was mixing
this
up
is
with.
this is far too
This is so
tangenty.
outside.
Yeah, let's keep things
We're way
rolling.
off tangent. This
So
is not
what's-
Wednesdays.
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
podcast bullshit.
It's not, Tom. So let's keep going. So you've spent time attuning to the blade. Bjorn, what did you spend your 2 days doing?
Training with the other half orcs. Just mock fighting. Just nothing really exciting.
Sounds
I
good.
wanna be.
So you spend your time
Sparring with them.
spend your time sparring. You actually come to learn a few kind of fun techniques, and through the time that you spend, you just feel yourself getting more and more comfortable fighting taller and bigger foes. And you've actually come to gain the respect of a lot of them for being so hardy and so tough. And the story of how you wrestled the Minotaur skeleton to the ground spread pretty quick through all of them, and you're starting to get quite the reputation.
Oh, can we have since Bjorn brought the skull back with him, can we affix it to the cart?
Hey,
Like, is there space to stick that somewhere?
666, thanks for the follow, guy.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
it'd be really easy to affix the skull to the cart. That's not even a problem. With a little bit of rope and some time, like not even a whole bunch of time.
Yeah,
We had a few days. We had time.
yeah, fuck it.
Supreme.
All right, and so what are you guys doing this morning?
Getting breakfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag along.
Okay.
Wow, they just
And,
left us at Len. We see that.
Yeah,
Kata,
I'm not
what are
gonna
you
wake
up
up
to?
until someone else wakes me up.
We're gonna bring the breakfast back. That's the whole point. We said get them breakfast.
We're unconscious. We're not awake. We're not asleep.
So,
But you're not alone either.
I don't know that.
Okay,
could be
that's
asleep.
true. We
It
don't
all
know
looks the
anything.
same. It all looks the same.
Kata, what are you up
So
to?
you said that Mike and I did not sleep, correct?
Yeah,
Because we do
elves-
not do that.
Yeah, elves
wait.
kind of trance for a few hours.
Right.
You got in the woods and rave really hard.
That
Dude,
being the
that
case, is
sounds
there I'm sorry, my focus is so out right now. We need to like come back to the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so would they have seen who brought us back in here?
Yes.
That you're not sleeping? Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I guess I'd like to try to raise them. If the other two went for breakfast, I'm gonna try to wake them up.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, then I'm going to put just a toe in the side of Etlin. Then
Do I feel this?
Yeah, you could definitely feel that. You get jostled awake by a light kick in the side, and when you come to, there is a wood elf standing over you, someone you've never met, but she has the confidence about her that she definitely should be there, and like she knows who you are.
Okay. Hi.
Your friends left for breakfast. It's probably a good idea to be up and ready for that by the time they get back.
Okay, yeah. And you? Question mark.
Me?
And I just sit up and like lean myself up against whatever's closest to me. You are.
I'm Kada. I was left here in your stead while you and your friend were what's the word I want to use? Indisposed for a time. It was our job to help your friend stay alive, and so far we've done a really good job of that.
Okay. All right.
This is my friend Mike.
Hello, I've heard many good things about you, and I hope that you had great sleeping, and the healing they took you for held and keeps you strong and fit.
If you need help with something dangerous, I'm the one to ask. If you need help with your feelings, Mike's the one to ask.
And also, sometimes feelings can be dangerous, so please feel free to talk to both of us. She needs to learn how to feel as well.
Thank you, Mike.
I
Of course.
wasn't sure about you guys at first, but if you guys are assassins, this wouldn't be how this would open up. So it's a pleasure. And
I'm an assassin. You're just not in harm's way. No worries.
If you guys were assassins with my name on a piece of paper in your pocket,
Understood.
and I reach out my hand to shake your hand,
I'll accept the handshake.
I start shaking your hand, and then
I retract my hand almost immediately.
I start the handshake. Wait, so you move your hand away? We don't touch?
No, almost immediately. We handshake, but just as
Okay.
briefly as
And then
possible.
my hand moves away, and there's just a pink ghostly hand left in your hand. And I go.
Startled, I will drop the hand to the floor, and I'm just gonna give you a death stare, and I'm gonna walk straight away from you and leave you with Mike.
Mike, pleasure to meet you. And I offer him a normal hand. Like fantastic to meet you.
It is
I think he's
wonderful
just
to
a-
meet.
He's just a crazy Russian hacker. I love this.
If by hacker you mean I like to hack things in half, that is exactly what I do.
Okay.
So,
And then I guess I'll try to wake up the other one here.
okay, go for it.
I just want to ask, that closest thing that he leaned up against, was that me, my body?
No,
Oh man.
that would have been like a support pole or something within the tent.
Okay.
I want to like crouch over you like real close to your face, and just like tap beside your face a little bit. Hey.
I'm upset.
Huh?
What do you-
hand down your cheek. Wake up.
No, don't. What? No.
Wakey, eggs and bake.
I'm gonna like just shuffle away and be like, what are we doing? Where are we?
I
What's going on?
think we're in a room. There was a nice lady and a nice man.
That just looks like a one man. Who are you?
The other one left. I shook her hand, and for some reason I think I made a bad impression. I can't imagine why.
It is very kind of curious as to why you would leave bad impression. And Mike walks up and kind of looks down at Armand. Hello, I am Mike. I am one half of the two that were sent to keep your friend safe, and I'm glad to see that you are okay. And he puts his hand down to like help you up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll stand up then. Oh yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Of course,
And
it is my job to make sure that my not as quite as elfy as I friends are taken care of and not on their butts.
Not as quite as.
Not as elfy.
You are half, are you not?
I'm
Oh.
not getting involved in the conversation, but I'll stand off the back of Mike's shoulder. I'm standing behind Mike at this point.
Yes,
I mean that is
I'm
no
half
problem.
elf.
That is no problem.
Oh,
I
okay,
have, I
okay.
have no qualms with who your mother or father decided to have relations with. It's just an
Mike.
observation.
There's no
Mike,
reason to be ashamed
Mike.
of your elf, dude. Come on.
Mike,
Wait,
it's
what?
not important.
What did I say? Did I say something
It's
bad?
not important.
I got one side saying
Oh,
you shouldn't be ashamed of your elf
this-
side, and
this-
the other one
remember,
saying,
we're trying to learn. There's a difference between rude and friendly.
I
This
figured
is that line, Mike.
Oh, Mike turns back around
I
to
know you
Armand.
mean well.
I'm
but
very sorry. I
it's
did not
not
mean.
important.
I did not mean to offend. The common is not my first language, and I have very hard time understanding train of thought in both language.
I think you're doing great.
All right. Okay. Yes.
In this amount of time, Nickelodeon and Bjorn, you would have been able to get down to the mess hall and back with food.
I was gonna ask.
If I'm crumpled, I'm gonna just start prestidigitation.
Yeah, you're very fine.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful. All
I'd
right.
like to roll my eyes at that and approach the two returning from breakfast hunting.
I want to press a digitation and make him dirty
Have I seen
in at least
Kata?
one spot.
We need to do this a little bit better, talking over each other all the damn time, guys.
I'm so sorry.
We're better than this. We're better than this.
Question:
Yes.
Is there a table in this room that we could set the food onto?
Yes, there is a small table that would be big enough for the food there.
All right, I'll set whatever I'm carrying down, grab a portion for myself, and then find a chair.
Okay, so you've managed to come on back between you and Bjorn with a couple big plates of assorted breakfast foods. There's fruits and other like natural sorts of things for our elven and vegan friends. And there's even, because this is a camp shared with orcs and half-orcs, there is a plethora of breakfast meats and other savory options as well. So you kind of take your pick and pick a spot and start eating.
Is Ayla there?
Ayla, yeah, she's back with you.
Okay.
Yep,
Very good.
she's around.
Given that this is sort of a forward camp, is there any place to purchase or repair weaponry or equipment?
Yeah, there
Any trader to do that with?
there's the camp blacksmith, and there's also like the general goods guy.
Excellent. And forgive a sort of silly out of character question, but what's our money situation? As I cannot discover that in this 5th edition character sheet right now.
Okay, so your starting gold would have been. Let me look that up.
Forgive me for the derailing there.
Oh,
Nah, you're
fine.
good.
I forgot.
This is the sausage, people. This is how they make it.
I forgot to send that when I sent you over your character sheet, and that is my.
It's okay. I figure it's important while the moment is right for it.
Yes.
What is your character and stuff? Your class?
Rogue assassin.
Where's the equipment page?
I've got it here as well. I'm pulling it
Okay,
up.
there we go.
Sorry.
So rogues start with 4d4 times 10 gold.
Tight. Thank you.
Yes. And I'll let you keep all of
Rich.
that as kind of, that's how much you've been paid recently, and you've already had your equipment and such, so you're good.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, hi guys. Sorry.
Okay.
And Kato, were you wanting to go to the blacksmith?
I would like to if that's possible.
Okay. So are you just gonna kind of ignore food and head on out, or like?
Oh, I thought you implied that we all ate there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't
So
realize that that was...
if you want to skip past that, that's definitely an implied
I mean,
kind of thing.
Kata's not social.
All right.
I'm gonna go do something battle preparing.
All right. Then is anybody gonna head with her to the blacksmith?
Nah.
No.
We're a bunch of casters.
You don't want breakfast or?
No, I'm all right. Thank you, big
Was that the
guy.
other one? Hi.
Okay.
No, hi. You were asleep.
You wanna-
I have things I need to take care of.
You want
Mike,
to
you got
save
them
me?
here for a minute.
Yeah, I can hang out with them here. Are you sure you don't want the company?
If you want, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll come with you. Everybody is back. Our job is done. And he kind of
I feel the same.
forms up with you and heads out.
Fair.
Bye. Pleasure. Bye.
As they're leaving, I'll with food in my mouth, just be like, "Those guys are a fucking trip."
Who are they? What happened?
Are they veterinary?
I don't know, but they can fucking handle themselves. Let me tell you.
What? There is so much catching up to do. I met a guy. I met another guy. I had the best massage of my life, and I don't even. What have you guys been up to?
Point at the
Well.
card at the miniature skull on it.
That seems right.
You guys killed and deboned a minotaur?
Yes, they boned the Minotaur.
Don't break the mercy, damn it. Debone.
Ian, I wanna pull out the Dawn Blade and then just activate the regular short sword setting.
Okay. So you pull out the Dawn Blade, just kind of off your hip, and you hold it out in front of you. You speak the word, which you can come up with your word later. That's part of a tuning.
Bird. It's
just-
bird.
You speak the word,
That is the word.
and the blade kind of extends out in this bright ball of light. It's almost too bright for the confined space, but it's just there, and there's a small like hum of energy that kind of fills the room while it's activated.
Whoa.
I-
That's nice.
So we leave. You become a god. You like I don't.
This is
Okay.
this is from the legend then.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off, Ian.
Okay. Zoop.
Yeah, and then put it away.
Like a lightsaber.
Yeah, you know, it's exactly a lightsaber.
This
Yeah,
is,
so
Nice.
so basically, you guys were gone. Those two were here instead. We went into the keep, fucked up a lot of reanimated people, and got the Dawn Blade. A-okay.
Reanimation just a thing here apparently, or
So, I definitely feel like that place had a lot of collector influence going on there.
and we only have the skull of the Minotaur here, right? Because if reanimation is a thing, I'm not fighting a fucking bone Minotaur later.
Okay, so Kata, the female elf that was just
Uh-huh.
here, yeah, she cut the bone minotaur's head off in one go. So,
And disposed of the rest.
No, we just left it.
I mean, as long as they're separated, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You had to be there, you know. It was one of those things.
I wanted to.
I
You guys,
wrestled
you
it.
did things without me. That sounds right.
what Bjorn?
I wrestled it.
You wrestled it. You wrestled a bone minotaur.
No, they made it into bones.
Okay, so it was still alive.
No.
No, it was a bone.
It was a
a
Bonatar before.
skeleton
Bonatar.
of a minotaur that was
Okay.
reanimated.
All right,
Okay.
and then you guys.
I'm just trying to get my
you
order of
wrestled it.
operations.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
I got
Yeah.
a bone to pick with you.
That must be
No,
one heck of
exactly.
a sword to be able to just cut through those things.
Yeah. There was another guy, I think he had some title, something like Lord of, I don't know. But yeah, we killed him too. And this is where we got.
You know, shadow god, whatever.
So blasé about
I don't
it.
know.
You don't remember the name or the title of this of the person?
Not currently. No.
Okay.
I think, going out on a limb here, I think it was Lord of the Forsaken. Does that mean anything?
You guys definitely killed that guy.
Does that
Yeah,
mean anything to Armand?
No.
No. Okay.
So
Okay. You guys are creating a lot of foes here while I'm away. And I just want to make sure they're
Nice.
disposed of.
so the mistress took care of him, if that makes it better.
She like spirited
Yeah.
him away or something.
Like through me, I went to, do what I do, and she like had this moment of possession and used me as like a vessel to like smite this dude. So
You guys are a great pair, both of you.
I mean-
Possessed by gods. Cool.
well,
I'm just eating biscuits and there's just crumbs falling on my mouth the entire time.
yeah, it's like the popcorn meme, right? Just
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So we're going to jump from this conversation. It's going to be a lot of catching up and everything like that. A lot of Nickelodeon kind of talking out of his ass about how he did a whole lot more than what he actually did.
I was in Tahiti. It's a magical place.
And we're going to jump over to Kata and Mike at the blacksmith.
All right, I won't take a whole bunch of your time shopping. I promise.
Time
Shop away. We've spent a lot of time shopping, so you have some shopping time to get caught up on.
Fair.
As you're walking around the camp, it's really obvious to find the main blacksmith of the camp. It's just a big tent with a chimney coming out the top, and a lot of loud yelling.
Sounds about right.
As you walk in, you find 3 gentlemen, two elves, and a half-orc arguing over how something should be made, all apparently craftsmen. The tail end of the conversation you hear is the half-orc yelling, and I'm telling you, if we do it that way, you swing it, it's gonna fall apart. You don't understand the brute force. And both elves just kind of like brush him off, and one turns around and goes, ah, hello, how can I help you?
You caught me off guard. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
No, that was great. You're fantastic. Hello, it's actually easy to find you guys. I could hear you from the other side of the camp.
Yeah, one of us tends to be a little loud. But that aside, we do tend to make some very interesting things. If you would like to purchase anything, that can be arranged, or for a repair of a small fee, that is also very doable for us. What are you in the market for?
Do you do appraisal and repair?
Of most things, what do you got?
Just basic short sword repair, rapier repair.
Oh, yeah, that's
I had
easy.
to fight hard bone monsters, and blades and bones don't mix well.
So back from the keep, eh?
Correct.
Yep.
Successfully, I would say, in that everyone's
mean,
alive, but
You look no worse for wear, so, I mean, I would say it's a pretty successful time. And if you would please relinquish your equipment, we can take a look.
of course, I'll relinquish it. Here
Yeah.
you go.
So the elf, he takes it and he looks over the short sword and he goes, oh. And then sets it down and looks at the rapier. It's a little bent, but easily fixable. Okay. And is there anything else that you would like me to take a look at for you?
I think everything else is in good shape. I don't think I took any hits myself.
Okay. Then you consider we should getting all tongue-tied. You shall be considered lucky. Give me a few hours. We have a little bit of a queue ahead of you for our repairs, but it shouldn't take more than not even a few, maybe an hour.
Understood. While I have you, I know you're a busy man. Light thrown weapons. Is it something that you can make for me? Something you have in stock? It could be spikes, daggers.
I have a few in the way of light thrown. Is there anything in particular? I know that the people around here are very picky about what they use.
In particular, daggers of anything. I don't know, iron or a better purity would be preferable.
We can definitely accommodate that. In fact,
It just has to be pointy.
we have
That's all I care
daggers.
about.
We have daggers in surplus, so we can even make a very good deal on them for you, should you want more than one.
Fantastic. If I could get, well, what is that deal? I gotta know now. You threw it out there.
So normally, a single dagger, we would just given the work that goes into it, we would be
Of course.
charging about 2 gold. But
Understood.
if you were to, I'd say that I could part with them at a deal of 5 for 5.
That seems reasonable. Can I make an attempt to persuade for a cheaper price, given my nature?
Make I mean, it's not going to be just dice roll. You're going to have to persuade me, but the dice roll will go into.
Of course.
Will be taken into account. So go ahead and make a persuasion check, and then you can certainly try.
Excellent. Oh shit! I gotta remember to reset my dice. I like rolling 60-20s here. I'm like, whoa! All right.
Rolled a 1700.
All right. So it's a 15.
Okay. And proceed to try to persuade me.
That's really a great deal. Honestly, I could tell that you guys do good work. What if I can ask? I know you're extremely busy, but what is it you were arguing with your friend about shattering all over the place? I only ask because it's my job to take care of sort of VIP personnel. I really just can't have the concept of a weapon breaking
Oh, and
in the back of my mind. It's not possible. And while that deal is great, if there's any risk that there's failure here, I mean, I'm sure it's someone I can find to trade with. I don't want to trouble you guys for things that, I mean, it really.
And
You look like you do great work. I just, I overhear things. It concerns me.
And indeed, my compatriot here is very loud. But I can assure you that these daggers are of the highest quality you will find. Strong, elven made. Impurities are near zero.
Like the
Near
squad
zero.
in
Near
this
zero.
store.
I cannot guarantee a completely pure blade, as that is not how
course.
smithing works.
Of course,
But
of course.
I
Understood.
can guarantee you that from what you heard of the if you swing it too hard, it'll shatter, as he said,
Your accent is good there. I like that.
it comes with working with him.
I apologize.
You don't know the half. But,
I have this one to motion to Mike.
hello.
Mike.
It's like, I can assure you that these blades are of the top quality that we can offer you. There's no breaking here. And this is the best deal I can offer.
Understood. What was the charge on the repairs?
The charge on the repairs for all of it, we'd call it. Let's see, if we were to do the daggers and the repairs, we could call it a nice 7 gold.
I could do 7 gold. Let's call it a deal. Let's get the work going.
Okay. So he turns
Excellent.
around and kind of digs through and picks up just kind of like a bucket full of daggers, all of the handles pointing outwards.
Jesus.
And he goes, and with the purchase, the sharpening is complimentary. Go ahead and pick out which ones you would like, and I will make sure that they are sharpened and ready to go when you return for your others.
Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
All
I
right.
mean,
Yeah, they're all just kind of basic daggers.
I imagine they're all relatively similar.
Yeah.
Pick them up, weigh them, hold them in one hand, balance them around, take a look down, make sure they're straight. The usual.
All right.
Come on, DM. You don't want to describe every dagger for the audience?
We'd be here for a million years.
Right,
How many notch marks? How well is it used?
Right,
So is that
right.
Maple.
So
or-
yeah, it's just 5 on order, and I currently don't possess either my short sword or my rapier.
Exactly.
Understood.
So he kind of takes all the gear and goes, all right, we'll see you. Yeah, give us about an hour, and all of this should be good to go for you.
Excellent.
Yep. And as he turns around, he goes, okay, the both of you, stop running your mouths. We have an order. And they get to work there. Is there anything else that you would like to be doing, Kata?
No. At that point, I mean, how far was this from the camp? Is it worth it to go back to them, or do we just wait?
I mean, it's about 15 minutes of a walk.
Okay.
If you
I
want
suppose
to
at this point we'll. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you wanted to explore, then you have the time to. If you wanted to go back, then it's not that far to walk.
I'm happy to idly explore the area.
Okay.
I mean, no goal in mind. We have about an hour to kill.
Okay. So you just kind of wander around. You see the daily life of the camp as you've seen over the past couple days. People sparring. There's families out here, and it's actually interesting to see, like, children about that. This is more than just a forward camp. This is where these people live, and this is their society.
It's like the
and
Enterprise.
a lot of people, it's not just warriors out here, though most people do look like they can carry themselves and handle themselves in a fight. You do find plenty of everyday craftsmen and farmers and just general people that you would find in a regular town, just in a different little bit of a setting. And while you're wandering around, I'm going to check back in with the others. Is there
Perfect.
anything that you would want to be doing in this time?
No. Are we talking to me or them? I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry, to
You.
them.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
sure.
I'm doing nothing during this time. That's great.
Okay. What you got, Tom?
I am curious to know if that first night when we all were in the tavern and everything, number one, would I have recognized if any of these people were of Veteranori, and number two, would I have recognized anybody from any previous like guiding or working with Ingersoll?
It was kind of a blur that first night.
Okay.
A lot of the elves, like, you haven't spent that much time around elves to really kind of get a feel for what Veteranori would be. Given the area, you would assume that they would be wood elves, but there are a ton of wood elves. There were a couple people that you kind of recognized, but at the same time you weren't sure if you recognized them because you wanted to or because you actually did. And if you had to put 3 people in a lineup, you couldn't pick them out again. Try as you might, there's not much to go off of. Was anybody else doing anything?
I'm just talking to the other two. Is it, yeah, like they kept touching. They're so handsy in there. Why won't you make eye contact right now? I'm trying to have a conversation. I don't understand.
No, I was gonna say, like, do you still have the limp or no?
Yeah, no, I was stricken by a god person. They massaged, they used unctions and doses and all these things. Nope. They just touched my leg a lot. I don't know which one of you fuckers told these guys to take me, but yeah, you guys suck, and I missed out on a Bonatar.
Whoa, wait, hey, you guys just disappeared, man. I had a note taped to my chest. I had nothing. I had no involvement in this.
I don't think any of us chose for that to happen, Etlin.
I'm watching you, Armand.
That's
Well,
kinda
okay,
creepy.
so we know that Etlin went for healing. It said you went for learning. What did you learn?
Well, my mom's relation to the court. Her maiden name is Lororo.
Aurora.
What else did I learn?
It was a lot of, you spent a lot of time learning what it would be, like what it means, what it would mean for you to accept the gifts of power from the Summer Queen.
Like what spells and
Yeah,
power.
it was a lot like going through confirmation.
Yes, I know what that is.
Okay.
A lot like, so you spent time like, this is what we're about. This is where we came from. This is what we this is what we stand for and what we're about and what we would do in these kind of situations. This is our history, only a brief summary of it. And you didn't get everything all in one go. They actually brought you back with the understanding that there may be times in the future that they bring you back to learn more. But they didn't feel that it was right to just spirit you away and keep you away from the people counting on you for that amount of time without having said something or made some sort of arrangement as a group.
Okay. So yes, they were trying to explain to me the history of the elven culture and my elvish side. But yeah, her maiden name was Lororo.
So I know Lilith is like a taboo topic, but are we seeing that through, or are we actually like?
No, I'm gonna kill her.
Tom, I need you
Right,
to make a
well, that's-
wisdom save for me.
Okay.
All of us-
Wait, everybody here?
Just Tom.
No, me. Thanks.
Just Tom.
And Sid, you'll quickly figure out exactly what these wisdom saves are for.
Everybody's all like, "Oh no!" Shit. That's a natural one.
Oh,
I am not. I promise you, that's a natural one. You can't say it,
Yowza.
whatever.
no.
Holy crap!
So
You gonna give me a chance to use a 3rd level spell?
Oh no! Oh no!
So Tom,
Oh
stop,
no!
stop panicking. Let me tell you what happens. At the mention of the name Lilith, just this bolt of searing pain goes straight through your head and down your spine, just like locking every joint, and just as it locks, you just collapse to the floor. Just the faintest, and you collapse, and you're like held there for a minute. All of you see this, obviously, as you're talking.
This
to
is
him.
ongoing.
Yes, it is. It is an ongoing episode.
Wait, what do you, anything that I can catch on this? Like, seem like something I know something about it all?
You could probably put together that at the mention of Lilith's name, this is when it started.
Is
Can
Ayla
I
freaking
use
out?
this?
Is what?
Is Ayla also feeling pain?
Ayla is surprisingly not.
I'm gonna use dispel magic on him.
All right.
Oh, hey, I got to the 3rd level too.
You cast Dispel Magic, and nothing really happens.
Yep. No, boy's broken.
Hey, brother, you all right?
Fixing it by standing around asking me if he's okay while he's obviously in pain.
I
I
mean,
love it.
Tell me that you're all right.
we all know what happened.
Want you to
right?
tell me that
Everything is
you're all right?
I'm like, can I even hear them?
Probably
At this
not,
point?
just in the through
No.
the pain. And the pain does persist for a couple minutes before it slowly starts to leave your body.
I push him on his side, so if he
Okay.
goes up, it doesn't.
I'm good. Okay. Oh, son of a bitch!
Yeah.
God damn it!
Calmly and quietly.
Piece of shit!
DM?
Why? Oh, okay.
DM, can I do a look around to see if there's like, because I have a guess that it has to do with Lilith that he's freaking the fuck out. So can I like look around the room and see if maybe like she left some sort of I don't know, like maybe she was there for like 2 seconds.
Need some damn milk.
That's funny.
Make a perception check.
God damn it, Etlin! Why did you push me?
I rolled you gently. If you had enough force to whip yourself over, that's a whole thing you got to talk about with physics.
So with
I had
that
a seizure.
with that 11, you don't see much. There is a, like, as you're kind of looking around, you're looking more for something magical and more on the spiritual side. So you're kind of looking with intent at this point, and you see a slight shimmer where something might have been, but you're not able to really tell. So you're still a little bit on edge about it.
Do I recognize that it's because he said Lilith?
Yes,
do I
you
just-
you know exactly why.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nickelodeon, Nick, I don't think we should talk about her.
Lilith?
God damn it! Yes. God.
I was gonna do that too.
And there's no effect for this one.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Well. Okay. Maybe we
Yes.
shouldn't. We don't have to talk about her. I'll give you that. That was my bad.
Well,
That was on me.
I mean, maybe we just don't say her name when I've been off of her
Lilith.
radar for like 2 days.
We're talking about Lilith?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fuck you.
I just needed to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm confused
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Etlin. Yes. We don't need to blow up the camp.
Okay. But
Okay,
like,
Okay.
my actual question when I said her name, she who shall not be named. I was gonna ask about the Summer Queen, and what we're doing with that.
Well, you notice what just happened. I would kind of like to get Lilith the frick out of my head.
Well, okay, we agreed we wouldn't say her name.
That's true. That is true.
Sorry.
I want to get her out. I want to get her out of my head.
So
Yes.
we're going forward with this plan.
Yeah, and if this Summer Queen here, if she's some relative of mine, that's even better for me, I would think. So yes, I'm at least going forward with that. Hopefully that's something that we can all work on together. But I think we'll just have to see how that goes along the way. They do want to bring me back every so often to try to educate me on Elven culture and also my family's history. So they may come back again and request that I leave off sometimes.
Did they give you a time frame for these things, or are we just gonna wake up and you're gonna be gone?
I did request that we don't randomly that I don't randomly disappear again in the future, but I kind of get the impression that she will do what she wants. So hopefully that won't be a problem, but we'll see.
You got
Okay.
me.
I see you guys in chat.
Yeah.
That's why it's in chat. That's why it's in chat.
I'm very purposefully like
So what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna jump ahead about an hour and a half.
Tight.
So Kata,
All
you've
I
been
do-
able to stop by and pick up your gear. All 5 of
Excellent.
those daggers are with you, and you have your
Nice,
short
that's all
sword
bad.
and rapier. Everything is good. Mike even got a little bit of something for himself. He now has a large rose painted on his left chest.
How did I know you were going there, man? How did I know that's what it was gonna be?
Yeah, and he's just like, now I am beautiful too, eh?
That's great, Mike. It's great.
Did-
It's beautiful.
Did Kata see all that mess, or was that
We
when
were
she
a
was
long ways.
gone?
I feel like we were a 15-minute walk away.
You're about you're about on the other side.
Krovik, what up?
Yeah, is that who I think that is? I'm pretty
It
sure.
is.
Yeah, what's up, my guy?
DROCK, what up? Okay.
I hope everything is good for you. I'm glad you could stop by. Thank you. So yeah, everybody's back together at this point. Just kind of sitting around, kind of talking about what should happen, and then everything goes quiet. I need everybody to make a wisdom check.
Everybody?
Yes.
That's another natural one.
Thanks, there, Kroger.
God.
Hey, Dom, you should stop using that die.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
trade that
bro,
one out.
throw it away.
You
God.
got-
Dice jail, my
Um,
guy.
10 speed, you'll see I get natural ones from like every single one of my die
16?
all the freaking time.
17.
It happens all the time. So
That used to be Ian's curse.
Yep, that's my thing.
Did
Now
you
it's-
say wisdom save?
Yeah, wisdom save.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Sid,
And
you
it's
were talking
two.
about being like super brainy. Did you have a modifier for it or anything?
Hmm?
Did you have a modifier?
Wait, okay, correct me. How am I supposed to roll that?
So you would roll that as dice plus your wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay, cool.
So D20 plus my modifier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I-
cool.
I rolled a 13.
Just making
So
sure.
plus my dice.
Aren't saves different, or is it because I'm a cleric?
Saves are
But
saves are class specific, so you would have proficiency in some and not in others. So your
Okay.
proficiency is why you got a little bit higher.
Got it.
So yeah, everybody except Bjorn.
What about us?
Everybody except Bjorn kind of pauses, and with that pause, Krovik, thanks for the follow. Like, thank you a lot. It means a lot.
Thank you.
That's
So
why-
yeah,
that's what it was.
yeah.
Perfect.
Krovik. So everything kind of stops for Bjorn. Everything just kind of stands still. You think you have an idea of what's going on, but you can't quite tell. The rest of you, as you're kind of just talking about what's going on in the day, suddenly in the midst there's a tall, slim woman with very dark hair and a very angry expression on her face. And she and within an instant, she is right in Armand's face. Where have you been?
I'm gonna ready, because that's what I do, my short sword.
Do I recognize this person?
Oh, it's exactly who you think it is.
It's Lilith.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lightsaber it up. Short sword.
Okay.
I just
So
Whoa, hey, guys, let's calm down. Let's.
Calm down?
relax.
This doesn't seem particularly calm to me, new friend.
She's a regular. You'll see her around. Hi.
I'll stand down slightly.
okay.
You want to go somewhere really quick where we won't have everybody angrily sheathing things?
We could talk right here because I'm tired of you trying to move around on me. Don't you think I don't know what you've been up to? I gave you a job and you have yet to fulfill.
What? I'm actually really confused right now.
So I told you to be around when I call. I have spent several days calling and yet no response. Where have you been?
can I move closer to Kata?
Yes.
I mean, we're here in this place, this forest place.
There were days where I could not see you. I always see you. Where have you been?
I don't know. I don't know how your stuff works.
Make a deception check.
I'm not using that die.
Is it just Armand?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Armand.
It's an 8.
Okay. Just that is a bald-faced lie, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have been talking to someone, and you have been outside of my control.
All right, so if you're done with your whole overpossessive girlfriend situation thing you got going on here, maybe you should just like find somebody else because clearly not working out. You guys are bad for each other. Yeah. Anyway,
And she spins around. This time her eyes are completely black.
Awesome.
I'm completely
Oh my
full
God.
on defensive mode here.
In Infernal, I would like to say we do not want to fight here. There are plenty of people who do not need to be involved with this.
And in the meanwhile, we'll be telling Evelyn, "Hey, man, seriously, let's just take a second. Just give us a second here."
Put it out there. She seems like she's already taken up enough of my seconds right now. If you guys want to have a conversation, you guys can go do that somewhere else.
I don't
Pretty
feel like
sick
any
of
of
this
us are safe
lady.
in this situation.
So
What?
Lilith stands up and she kind of fixes her dress and composes herself, and she goes, "Okay, if you would like to have a conversation at a different time, then I guess I will speak the only language that all of you seem to respond with. I hope you're ready." And she just disappears, and Bjorn, time seems to pick back up.
Okay.
That wasn't a language. Was that just me, or was that not a language? She stopped talking.
Well, I mean, she said, "Be ready."
Yeah, but now she's not talking. I don't.
She disappeared.
I think it was supposed to be dramatic.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it. I don't know. You guys, you got to sort your shit out with
This
your
is
girl, dude.
normal in this group. This is normal. You've seen this before?
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Mike, why are we still here? What is
Armand,
this?
if you'd like to explain yourself.
They got like a triangle thing. It's weird.
As everybody's kind of settling down, Mike was standing in the door with both swords drawn, and he's looking very suspicious. Slowly puts them away. Goes, "I think that your luck with the ladies, my friend, is not exactly what you would like to call good."
Mike, I think
Yeah, no, it's not good.
That's mom. I don't think it's romantic.
She's.
I'm not sure.
She's not my mother. She is a pact patron. For my spells.
Understood.
But not by choice.
So,
I did. That's and there's a whole thing behind that.
question. Is
I
when
don't
you-
need the details. As long as I know it's not threatening to you, I can stand down to
she's
some
not-
degree. But the moment it becomes threatening to anyone else here, it
She's not
becomes my
threatening
problem.
to me when other people don't try to raise her ire.
That's exactly why I want specifics, because I'm comfortable not provoking. But if anybody here, other than if you can endanger yourself, and that's fine. I can't allow that situation to endanger anyone else another time.
Yeah, no, he's done it before. Endangered whole group. Whole
But
group.
it sounds like your next conversation's planned to be separate from the. So, understood. I appreciate the clarification.
And in the middle of this conversation, it seems to get really dark outside very quickly. As you remember, it was morning. So as of right now, it's about mid-morning. I would say probably 10, maybe 11 o'clock. And it suddenly got very dark very quick, like a storm was moving in. And you start to hear very distant, faint screams.
Like word
God.
scream, or just like ah.
Like,
Wilhelm scream.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
combination of Wilhelm screams, and suddenly people are mobilizing. You hear lots of like, "To the garrison" and armory and things of that sort.
Can I use my heightened senses to try to just discern what we're hearing specifically, more so than just cacophony?
Yes. So
Can I do that too?
yeah. It's pretty obvious there's no dice roll needed for this one because it's
Sure.
loud and present.
Sure.
You're hearing from a good ways off, probably about like blacksmith area. You hear the sounds of battle and like surprised battle. So it's like something showed up and took people off guard, but now the people are starting to catch on and able to start fighting back.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go straight towards it.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
We'll
All
follow my
right.
accent follow.
All right.
I guess Mike and I will make a quick eye contact and have to follow in pursuit. That's our job.
All right.
I don't like this, Mike. I don't like this, Mike.
Like,
So just to clarify, am I in the front of the order now?
yes, you are in the
Sounds
very
like
front.
You sprinted off, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit!"
You're in the very front. As
I'm
you're
bringing
going,
up the rear.
as you're going, Mike is suddenly all business, helmet on, both swords drawn. He goes, "This day we will not die. I will not allow it." And he looks at you, Kate, and he goes, "Besides, if anyone's dying before me, it's going to be you, yeah?"
Fuck you, Mike.
Fuck you, Kata. Same deal as always. First to 10. Loser buys drinks.
Deal. As
Deal.
always.
As always. And you head off towards the battle. You're actually running you're running into the current of people who are running the other way. And a lot of the people that are passing you see lots of women and children, mostly like mothers with small kids or kids that are just old enough to kind of take care of the younger ones, helping usher and shepherd kids down the road.
Can I like I'm behind everyone else. Like if I see a kid who's like especially scared, I'm gonna like lean in front of them and be like, hey, it's okay. Sometimes bad things happen. That doesn't mean that everything is bad. Here's a piece of chocolate. We're gonna take care of it. Stay with your mom.
All right. And I'm gonna give you inspiration for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That was cute.
That was Etlin. He's the golden soul of the group. What's up?
DM, there's no like religious buildings or anything in this area. They're kind of not tethered to our deity system, right?
Die.
They use similar deity systems, but they're more nature based out here.
Okay. Is there any like? I guess they don't really have like a guard system out here, but is there anyone like nearby that I can like kind of flag down and ask where people are moving to or what's going on?
Mm-hmm. So you're able to flag down an elf in nice like shiny armor, and you flag him down. You ask him where everybody's being sent to. He just he's kind of not paying attention and kind of looking around like counting people. He goes, "Great Hall. If you want to be there, we could use all the hands we can get. Otherwise, get to the center of town. That's where everything seems to be going. That's where everything seems to be happening. We need all the hands we can get there as well. So make your choice and make it quick."
I'm just heading towards wherever the most calamity is.
I assumed you never stopped, so you just kept going.
Yeah.
DM question.
Yeah.
Did I?
Since you pretty much placed Mike and I with the group at our entrance into this story, what's our motivation for remaining here currently? I mean, obviously we haven't. I realize like why would we split right off, but at the same time, I just want to know like how involved am I ready to get in this?
You had been given the orders to like make sure that the group was safe until friends returned. And once you,
But I know they're taking Armand again at some point. So I don't
yeah,
know.
so it was kind of one of those. You're not. Once the friends are back, you're not ordered to stick around, but stay close enough that if needed, you can just kind of step in.
He's like effectively an asset at this point.
Yeah.
Got it.
How close is Kata, or how close are Kata and Mike to Nick at this point? Did they keep moving, or because I kind of did my own thing to ask the guard, right?
Well, that's a good question. Kata, did you stop when he stopped to talk to the guard, or did you keep following?
I guess we should have clarified. Being the faster of the two, I'm gonna keep pursuing Armand.
Okay.
Because he's hauling ass.
Okay. Mike
I'll
would have
leave
stopped.
it to you because he's yours. Yeah, I would think Mike would have stopped.
Mike would have stopped because he's more worried about making sure that people are safe. And seeing that you were kind of checking to make sure of that, he stopped to offer assistance if needed as well.
Like I'm never
Alright.
worried about Mike. If Mike stops, that's fine.
I'm gonna turn to Mike and I'm gonna be like, I know the original proposition that you told me and that the note said was that you were here until my friends got back. If that was the extent, if you guys are ready to go, I appreciate that, but I definitely think we need you on this.
I can never turn my back on those who need the swift justice of my blades. Point me where you need killing and I will kill. Also,
Okay,
I'm not a bitch.
fair enough, Mike. So the guard said that they're moving all the innocents, women, children, all that to the Great Hall, and that the center of town is where all the conflict is. I don't know if we want to split up and go aid at the tent or just full on go to the conflict zone.
In my experience, splitting up has never been the right kind of call, but again, I usually work in small two-person partnerships. If you would like to go, I am with you. I told you my blade is with you. But at the same time, I would strongly urge to stick with friends.
Seeing Armand and Kadas head off towards town, I'm gonna look at Mike and Bjorn too. Okay, so I'm gonna look at Mike, slap him on the shoulders, and I'm just gonna start walking that way.
Okay? He goes, "Ha! Let us spill blood. And he like follows you off. Etlin, are you with the group as well, or did you head somewhere else?
I'm just trying to keep up with Nickelodeon, I guess.
Okay.
Because he is still limping.
And
Yeah, eternally. Don't get me wrong, but I'm learning.
seeing your limp, Mike also comes and kind of like scoops you up over his shoulder, not like all the way off the ground, just offering you like support, like arm over, like puts your arm over his shoulder and kind of supports you a little bit to help you move faster.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
So you guys make really good time actually getting to the town center, and there you see an all-out brawl between elves, half-orcs, and just a plethora, I think that's the right word for that there, of men in dark hoods and their face covered with long daggers that are just the rippiest looking things.
Rippy bits.
How far away are these guys?
Do I recognize them?
No.
Similar
Actually,
question.
Tom, make a wisdom check for me. To answer your question, Etlin, they are about, from where you're at right now, about 50 feet away. And what you got, Kata?
I mean, if we've got same question as Armand, do I recognize this at all?
No. This
Okay,
this
awesome.
rings no bells.
Solid.
18.
18, you know exactly who these people are. You've seen you've seen these colors, you know what that blade is for.
Cultists?
Cultists. And lots of them. And lots of them.
Damn it. Okay. All right. Okay.
Right now, it looks like they are all engaged in some sort of combat with other members of the camp. None of them have actually moved to start fighting you. None of them have even really acknowledged you yet. So,
okay.
what would you like to do?
Is anybody near me, or am I way on my own at this point?
Kata's near you.
I should be able to
Okay.
pace you, no problem.
Yeah, Kata can pace you no problem, and then Bjorn is, I would say, about 5 feet behind you because he's been just trucking right along. That extra 10 feet of movement helps.
The
Yeah.
dude took down a Minotaur bone thing. He's good.
A boner dagon.
These, I'll look at Bjorn and also kind of acknowledge Kate at the same time. Just be like, these are the cultists that have been plaguing my reach for all these years.
Do I get to kill these ones?
Yes, please.
Roger that.
They've all been sentenced to death by my order.
Perfect.
Gee.
And I'll just get like really like because I'll be so pissed off at them.
Dude, you just animated them so hard right now.
How far are we from them at this point? I know you said that they haven't acknowledged us. but
You're about
what's-
40
what's-
feet.
That's funny.
Dick
All right,
swing. He's got that big
okay.
dick energy right now.
He does. There it is.
So
All right. So at that. Okay. Great. Then I'm gonna follow your lead on this
I'm-
one. If you want me to take these out, let's do it. But I don't want to engage if you're not ready to engage because this looks like a lot.
I just need to get to a good
Hostile.
vantage point so I'm not hitting any of our guys here.
Are they talking? Have we caught up to them while they've been talking?
Yeah, you would have caught up.
Oh,
You-
okay.
You weren't that
I just,
far behind.
I just run up and immediately just cast things.
Oh, Kata, by the way, don't stand too close to where Atlin casts things. You'll get caught.
He's right.
I appreciate the
things.
advice.
What are you casting, Etlin?
So I'm gonna go for magic missile.
Prestidigitation. No, I'm kidding.
You're casting what?
Magic missile.
Okay. Go ahead. And how many bolts does that shoot? Is that still 4?
3.
3?
Oh, it should. Yeah, I think I got another one actually.
I mean, you leveled, so I don't know when
Yeah.
that happens. I think it's
Let's see
5th
here,
level.
Sorry, I haven't looked into that one.
Oh, you're good.
Magic missile. Yeah. So one more.
All right, so that's 4 total.
I-
All right,
And is-
so that would I would assume that would just be the 4 closest that you can see.
Yep.
All right, then you let it go
Random ones.
and go ahead and
bright
roll
pink, bright pink, like neon pink things just whiz past your face, Kata.
your. So go
So-
ahead and roll damage.
Cool.
And then I would have just like jumped on top of the nearest table or something, and I also would have started casting.
Okay. So let's resolve magic missile. Then we got 1 spell from you, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
Am I rolling for individual ones?
Roll your. I would say just roll damage as a whole because it's all the
Okay,
same
so-
spell.
Okay, so that would be 4.
4.
4 apiece.
So you throw it out there, and it does that really cool like helix that we had talked about,
Yeah.
and it splits off, and in a very like Gundam Wing missile barrage, kind of splits out and comes back in. Um, and it doesn't kill any of them, doesn't drop anybody outright, but they do kind of stagger back away from their fight a little bit, kind of looking around to see where that had come from. In the chaos of one looking around, he does catch a blade to the neck.
Oh shit!
Yeah, just enough of a distraction for his counterpart to quap and just kind of stab him there. The other three are looking just fine still. Armand, what are you casting? I'm assuming Eldritch Blast. There we go.
two beams now.
It does twin now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, and you can choose different targets.
Yeah, I'm hitting 2 people.
All right.
So
Roll
how
to
does
hit?
this work? I roll one. Well, roll to hit first, right? For each beam or just once?
For each.
For each. Okay. So that's 18 plus 6,
You got him.
and then 6 plus 12. So 18, 24, and 12.
All right.
Nice.
The
And
24
then-
very easily hits. The 12, you kind of graze him, but you are still getting damage in. So go ahead and roll damage for both.
Okay. Now is it 1d10 and then it's just times 2, or is it 2d10?
2d10.
One for
so
each.
one for
Okay,
each.
one for each. Okay. So the first one is going to be, and then I add my attack modifier because of the agonizing
Yeah.
blast.
You add your charisma modifier.
Oh, only my charisma modifier? Agonizing blast is not. It's just a charisma modifier? Okay.
Yeah, lets you add your charisma modifier to your dice.
Okay, let me see it. Where is it? Where'd it go?
You look for your charisma mod?
3. So
Maybe
that's
the bottom
7,
half.
8, 9, 10. So that's 10 on the first guy
Okay.
and 10 on the second guy.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
And so you just kind of
Okay.
chuck 2 out there, and you'll notice now. Well, sorry, getting stuck on some mechanics there. You'll notice now as you start to cast the normal like dark orb of energy that you're used to casting has kind of changed. Now that you're starting to understand where you're like your culture and who you are, and you're looking at moving over a little bit, it's no longer so dark and evil looking. It's actually starting to take on a little bit of a brightness. So it is it's more of a like a dark center with kind of a gold shimmery shell that gets fired out. And you throw out both of them, and it catches both people you're aiming at right in the chest. And just as it did to the goblin back in episode 1, instead of punching through, it melts into their skin and kind of just explodes their chest out the front in just a rain of gore and bone debris. They collapse to the ground. But just as 2 fall, it seems that more are coming out of the woods to kind of take their place.
Great.
All right, that's 2 for
And
Armand.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Damn it.
Don't fail me.
15.
See what we get here.
And hold on to your number. I'll grab those
9.
from you in just a second.
If it bounced onto the top lid and it's not cocked, do I count that?
Yes.
Yeah,
All
if
right,
it's not,
cool.
If it's not
That's
cocked,
a-
then you count it.
That's a good roll. That is a 16.
All right, so let's start it up here. Kato, what'd you get?
16.
16.
Nice.
And I know that Armand got a 16 as well. Bjorn, what'd you get?
9.
Etlin?
So 15.
And Nick.
I got a 10.
All right. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but between Kata and Armand, who has the higher dexterity modifier?
I mean,
I would be very surprised if it was me.
mine's 3.
Mine is 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Kata, you are going. Actually, let me see.
D&D.
I believe that's how you settle it, Ian. If critical rolls taught me anything, I think you're settling it right.
Yeah, it goes.
I mean,
if there's a tie,
dexterity would make sense if it's a speed issue.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think Ian's prepping fight stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you were double checking. I was
no,
like,
I'm writing out my initiative. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, you're good. In the meantime, I hope everyone's having a good night out there. How's your day been? Hopefully, all of you guys had a good day at work and you're preparing yourselves for the weekend.
I'm gonna have a great couple weeks.
Are you leaving tomorrow, Tom?
I leave on Monday.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
All right. So, as the two cultists fall after creating a rain of blood for just a brief second,
Rain of blood.
they kind of turn, and Kata, you take this opportunity to strike first.
Okay. Rule clarification real quick then with that in mind.
Yeah.
If I'm reading it right, does assassinate apply in this case? Because it applies to anybody who hasn't attacked yet in this combat? Okay, so how many are in reach of me? And well, two questions. How many reach and how many total?
So there are 6 total that
Okay.
look like they're trying to square up.
Solid.
3 of which
Squares.
3 of which are already engaged in combat.
Okay.
And you can get to any of them. They're all within. You have what, 40 feet of movement?
Yeah, 45 actually.
Okay, yeah. So they're all within range for you.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and make an assassinate attack against the nearest one with my short sword.
All right. So you walk up to the nearest one who's engaged in combat there. And let me pull up assassinate just so I know exactly what's going on.
I'm doing the same to clarify here. You're probably gonna get there quicker than me.
All right, so he's engaged in combat. So you go up and you can. So go ahead and roll the hit with advantage.
With advantage, so that's the advantage is the reroll, correct?
Yeah. So 2d20, take the highest.
Got it. Come on here. There we go.
Big fight.
Said I shipped you dice.
Hmm?
I shipped you dice.
Aw, thank you. All right, so 17 and 19.
All right. So
Perfect.
that
So I mean 19, obviously.
that definitely hits, and because he hasn't attacked yet this go, it's automatically a crit. So go ahead and roll
Hi.
damage and double that damage.
All right, so we got 1d6 plus 5 doubled.
Must be nice.
Boom. So 7 doubled 14.
All right. So you're able to just come right up, and you just like he's fighting the guy. You come up, grab him by the hair, pull him back, and just cut his throat and drop his body.
Boom.
Just-
Can I use my cunning action to take that dude's cloak?
To take his
I'm so
cloak.
excited.
Straight
One of
up.
us has cunning action.
I realize it's maybe a bit. You can tell me if it's too much of a move. I assume a cloak is a pretty like over the shoulders and a hood kind of thing. You can tell me hell no.
I will say, I'll say yes, and we'll kind of rule it as your hide action.
Okay.
So you're able to, as he's falling, you've done this a million times. You're able to just kind of like undo
Just,
the
like,
clasp.
take the
and-
body.
Yeah, you're able to undo the clasp at the throat and kind of over. And the body hits the ground cloakless, and you're able to just kind of flip the hood up and pull the scarf up.
I mean, I
And-
have a disguise kit proficiency, right?
Yeah,
That's fair.
so I'm
Damn, that's
I'm
cool.
giving it there. Actually,
you.
also make a disguise check for me.
Perfect.
I believe that's just
Uh,
the skill.
I was just gonna ask, what's the
It'd be deception. So
deception? Okay,
deception, but add your proficiency because you have the disguise kit.
Okay, tight. Oh baby. So 17 plus 1 plus 3, so 21.
All right, yeah. So you're able to do it in a really slick, solid motion.
Like,
Yep,
hell yeah. We did that so synchronous. That was great.
it's because we're family.
Like you guys are related.
Okay, awesome.
yeah,
Thank
so
you for
that's-
letting me be an extra chick about it. I appreciate it.
I mean, you've always been, so I'm not doing
It's
much
practical, I
extra.
promise. I'm gonna make use out of it.
All right. So with that being done, you actually took the one who had the next go in the initiative. So that's going to go down to the next cultist. He's over fighting another elf. And he's actually going to make short work of the elf that he's fighting. Kind of parries to one side, sidesteps, and just rams that sword right between like the third and fourth rib and kind of wiggles it a little bit, making sure the guy's really feeling it. And he kicks him off the blade and moves on to the next target. After that, we have Armand. You are up.
One mic.
So, I am going to shout out, by the people of Ingersoll and the Felburn line, I sentence you all to death.
Top 10 anime fights of all time.
And then I'm rolling for Eldritch Blast again.
All right, go ahead and do your Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Are you attacking two separate or the same?
2 separate again.
Okay.
I know we just did this a second ago, but is it once or twice? No, it's twice. It's
You're,
twice.
you're
Okay.
rolling to hit for both.
Sorry. So that is 25.
Was that on a nat 20 or not?
No,
Okay.
not at. And then 20. Mod 20.
Hey, mod 20s. Let's get some just hashtag mod 20 in the chat. There we go, everybody. And so both of those will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. And while
And
you're
I am
rolling, oh, go ahead.
What's your damage?
And when I was doing that, I was trying to hope to get all of them to focus towards me. Just if that's in case that's not obvious.
Okay. And
to
while he's
flex
rolling
on 'em.
damage here, if you're new in chat, anytime we get a mod 20, we're going to call it out. I just need hashtag mod 20 in the chat. Or if you're subscribed, you get our really cool mod 20 emote. So that's also an incentive there. So just a quick plug.
Yeah.
You could be a part of the Cool Kids Club. What'd you get for your damage?
A 13 and an 8.
13 and an 8. Okay, so the 13, you catch him just right in the chest, and he goes down hard. And the 8, you're able to kind of like wing the guy in the shoulder, and when it hits, his shoulder kind of goes, like his whole arm goes limp, and it looks like it's really heavy, but he's still up. In fact, he disengaged with his target to come fight you.
Good.
Any bonus actions?
I'm like, how far away from them am I at this point?
You'd be at that same like 40 feet.
40 feet. I'm sorry, my computer's being slow. There is something I wanted to do bonus, and I thank you for reminding me because I almost derped. Where are you? Okay. And then I will cast Expeditious Retreat and use Dash as a bonus action.
Oh shit.
Okay.
And give myself how much distance would that be? My 60 feet? Is that how that works?
Yeah,
My
so your dash,
dash-
you can pretty much just take your full movement twice.
Okay. And so so then that'll be 120 feet. Well, what was my movement? 30? Or
Yeah,
60?
you only have 30, dude.
Yeah, I was
There's no
gonna
way.
say,
so
how did
60.
you
So
get to
yeah, so-
120?
Yeah.
No,
Naruto just.
Yeah,
I don't-
that's
I
Misty
don't know.
Step, my guy.
I
That's
think he may have been thinking of Misty Step.
yeah.
Well, Misty Step does 60. So if I hadn't used Eldritch Blast, I could have gotten to up to 120. But
Yeah,
but
but
that's
Just
not what I'm
instant
trying to do.
transmission around the map here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just 260.
All right. So you move your 60 feet. Are you moving in towards them or away?
Away.
Okay. So you're just kind of stepping straight back.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that there. Next up, it is Atlin.
All right. What do I see around me?
Around you, you are in the middle of the camp. It's actually pretty densely packed with tents. There's what seems to be a blacksmith tent over on your right, but just behind that, you do start to get into the woods itself. Like it's a little bit where it kind of cuts out towards the edge of camp.
What goons do I see by me that I can pulp?
Okay, you definitely got some goon squad well within range of the majority of your spells.
Okay.
Looks like I'd say 2 of them are currently engaged in combat, and 1 is moving towards Armand.
Okay. Is there anyone that I can get up close to?
Yeah, you could definitely get in range. Like, are you trying to get in touch range?
I mean, just within like close enough that they're aware of me.
Okay, I'd say you'd be doing that a pretty good job of that already, seeing as how Armand kind of stood up on a table and yelled.
Awesome. Cool. I want to do essentially what he did and say, I'm not saying cool things, but you, and then just catapult and then throw the wooden ball that I have straight through their face.
Okay.
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase. All right, so roll your damage.
Okay. Let's see here. Wait, so for catapult, I have to make a dex save.
Yeah.
He's all you.
What's your DC? Your spell save DC?
You.
Say again, Ian?
What's your spell save DC?
It was 13.
13. Here we go. All right, he does not make it.
Sick. All right.
It is pretty
and-
disgusting what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So 1d8. All right. Let's see here. God, it's been a little bit since I touched these. Okay.
Hmm.
Ew.
Okay. So it's not the best. So 3. So he just takes the wooden ball straight to his face.
All right, so you you pretty much just catchphrase, and as he turns around, this wooden ball just catches him right in the forehead, like right at the like the very top of the bridge of his nose.
Mhm.
And he
Oh,
just,
my glasses.
and he bends
And you
down.
remember that.
Instant, just explosion of blood out of the front of his face,
Oof.
and just you Owen Wilsoned him.
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Hey, sir.
Wow.
Any bonus actions?
I just like
that's the bonus
flip them off, I guess.
Okay. So then we
all I
have
got.
one of the cultists. The cultist that's moving in on Armand. He actually gets about halfway and pulls out a crossbow and takes a shot. And it is gonna go wide.
Okay.
Were you getting ready to like hellish rebuke him or something?
I was getting ready to use the amulet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, it's gonna go
Oh
wide.
shit, Ian, I'm sorry.
Huh.
I rolled the damage for that super wrong.
Oh.
I rolled 1d8. It's 3.
Oh, okay. So roll your other d8s.
I am super sorry. I
Roll-
understand
roll
if
your
you
other
don't want to
dates.
reroll.
Yeah, roll your other dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3,
He's got so many
6,
dates.
11. 11 damage total.
11 damage total.
I'm sorry, everyone in chat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you still just absolutely obliterated this guy's nose, but
I flipped him up with 2 hands now.
instead of him just being like, "Oh God," and kind of like trying to muster through it, he collapses to the ground, just screaming and writhing in pain.
Does his face fall
Broke his
off?
face.
Yeah, where you instead of just breaking his nose, you broke like part of his forehead and into his cheekbones, and you just kind of like pushed the front of his face in a little bit.
Oh.
God, I Pan's Labyrinthed him?
Yeah, man.
Super simple clarification question. Was this
Indentured.
near the rest of us, or is this on the other side?
Oh, this was actually near you.
Tight.
So there was somebody moving like
in character?
tight.
I love it.
So then, so that
Yes,
resolves. Then the guy would take the shot at Armand, and that goes wide. And then he's going to use the rest of his movement to get a little bit closer. So he's at about 15 feet at this point.
I get a little bit closer.
Yeah. Then it is Mike's turn. So Mike is looking.
Mike.
He's looking at the combat. He kind of walks away very stoically. And over the sound of battle, he goes, "I see your one, and I raise you two." And he walks to, there's two standing next to each other kind of in combat, and goes to, with both hands, trying to catch both of them.
Catching hands.
Yep. And it's going to make contact. He's going to, like, the blades are going to strike true. And they are going to do...
Yes.
All right. So he's able to come up and just in like big extra like windmilly spins like
Big
over the top. Whop! He catches them both like just under the armpits with blades and just kind of pushes up. And you can see the strength that he has because he kind of pushes the blades in and kind of picks them both up a little bit just on the edges of the blades. And he's rips them out and the bodies fall to the ground. He turns around and looks at you and goes, "Have fun keeping up with your little blades.
Cute, Mike. Cute. You're show
See,
off.
The rose makes me cute now." And that's Mike's turn, where he actually just killed the cultist that's going to be in line next. So that takes us straight on
Way
down
to flex on him, gang.
that takes us straight down to Nickelodeon.
Straight down. Appreciate the language there.
Down the list, come on.
I know. I'm just giving you shit. Did he kill both of them?
Yeah, he got both of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so where am I at in respect to like Mike, Kata, and Bjorn? Because I assume they were the pushed up the farthest, right?
Yes, they
Also,
are
is that
the
4 dead now?
that is 3 dead.
Okay.
So they are pushed up and kind of in the fray itself. A little bit after that, there's Armand kind of in the no man's land between you and Etlin, and there's the guy in between there. So there's the one that's close. There's a couple more back in the fray.
Okay, so the one that's close, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt
Okay.
on it. So I'm just gonna roll to attack on that.
Mike is adorable. Chat can shut up.
Dude, Mike's great. What the hell?
I never described his facial features. He's cute as fuck.
I think they're all agreeing with you.
Yeah, I know.
12.
All right, so with the 12, that's gonna hit.
Oh, sick.
You'd be so lucky to have Mike bake for the group. That's his secret talent.
He does like Benihana's with his swords.
That's not baking,
Right.
though.
Oh, you can
No,
bake.
it has
you
to
can
be
bake.
baking because it's love.
Yeah.
Mike loves
So
So what's
it's,
your damage?
it's 11 damage, and then the next hit on this person has advantage.
Yes. All right. So with that 11 damage, you hit him real hard. He staggers back, just like ugh. And from the inside of his chest, there is just a large glowing circle, just kind of radiating.
hmm
Any bonus actions?
No, but I would like to move closer to where Etlin is at.
Okay. So you being the furthest
just
back,
get up-
you moved
up
like
closer.
10-ish feet forward to hang out with Atlin.
Cool.
There we
I like
go.
these guys.
And next up is going to be Bjorn.
All right.
Let's fucking
go,
get
BJ.
it, dude.
How far am I away from like all the cultists?
Far away.
I would say you're about max distance, so you have your 35 feet. And thank you guys for catching the joke.
I'm gonna run towards the closest one, see if I can get attacking.
Okay, so you're just gonna run in, just boom, try to catch him that way.
Uh-huh.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit. I'm so happy that this is now kind of a channel thing.
No. This is all feigned disappointment. I love it.
That is a 9.
All right, so that one is not gonna connect, but
All right then.
you have a second attack now.
Yep, I'm gonna use my second attack. This I'm gonna reckless.
You're gonna what? You're gonna reckless?
No wait.
Can you
Never mind, I
reckless when you're
can't.
not raging?
Yes, but I can only use it on the first attack. So I
Oh,
use that.
okay.
I love that sentence. Can you reckless when you're not raging?
Oh, okay. The second one is
It's like an
18.
Offspring album.
Yeah.
All right,
I was
so
thinking like a
18
Rage
definitely
Against
hits. 18 definitely hits. The roll for your damage.
Okay, that's a D12 plus my strength, right?
Yes.
Oof. Well, it's a good thing I have the strength modifier. 4.
4.
Yeah.
All right. So you run up on him, and the guy turns around and kind of squares up, and you feign like you're gonna go for a big swing, but at the last second, you kind of drop your shoulder and then catch him in the throat with just the flat of your axe, just and you just catch him, he's like, and kind of gets pushed off balance a little bit, staggers him back.
Take that.
Any bonus actions, anything like that you can do?
No.
All right. So that brings us right back up to the top of the rotation. Miss
Right.
Kata, as you get ready to make your next move, you see that more people are actually coming out of the woods.
People meaning friendlies or people like
I'm
these
sorry,
cultists?
more cultists are starting to come out of the woods.
Perfect.
It's very much so like as one drops, another one shows up.
Okay. Clarification question.
Huh.
Since I critted the shit out of taking this cloak,
Uh-huh.
and we called it a hide move, am
Uh-huh.
I an obvious target right now because I look like them?
No, you are not.
Okay, tight. That was the plan. Awesome. So these ones that are approaching, are they within distance yet, or are they still like oncoming?
There would be a couple that are close, maybe within like 15, 20 feet. So you'd have to move a little bit to get close, but you can definitely get there.
Okay, and we still have 1, 2 from the original group.
You have 3 from the original group.
Cool. And the last question I have is, just because I don't remember from last time, sneak attack 3d6. Is that on top of the attack that it goes with, or is that just a flat 3d6?
Nope, that's 3d6 plus your hit, plus the weapon dice.
Tight. So, all right. Then I'd like to make a sneak attack against the nearest, since I'm currently not detected and they're not currently engaged.
Okay.
Oh,
So
is that assassinate also?
I mean, they haven't
not
attacked. They haven't
Wait,
attacked
have they
yet.
attacked?
These ones are new. They have not.
Okay. Well,
So yeah, then
holla.
assassinate would apply. So you have advantage to hit, and all hits are automatically a
no.
crit.
All right, let's do it. Okay,
You're disgusting.
so I'm sorry. I'm playing it like it reads on the page. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like that's a lot of damage.
I know. Even I'm like, oh my god, that's a surprising amount of damage. Okay.
I wish you were here as a level 1 just so you could appreciate your damage.
So I'm rolling to hit first, correct? So
Yes.
I know, right? Yeah, I know. I got to get a little spoiled and come in at 4 or 5. Okay, first roll is trash. 7.
No, 7 is not gonna.
Oh,
What's your second?
guys. My second one's a 4.
Ah. Is that with adding
With your
your
modifier?
dexterity and your proficiency?
Oh, not my proficiency. So add 3 to both of those. So you got a 10 and a 7.
All right, so they're both of those will miss. Which weapon were you using?
That was my short sword.
Okay, so as you're walking up, you have the short sword,
Embarrassing.
like you have the short sword like underhand grip like up against your arm, and you get close and you just lash out, but you were kind of walking a little suspicious, so the guy was kind of watching you, and as soon as you go to move, his blade is instantly up and like ready to catch yours. So you are now engaged in combat.
Damn.
Then we are going to go down the list to the next cultist.
Sorry, guys.
This one is the one
Way
that's
to
going to
go.
be fighting Bjorn. Bjorn, what's your armor class?
14.
14. All right. So he takes his nasty knife and takes a swing,
Nasty knife.
but you're able to bring the end of your axe up and kind of catch him in the wrist to push it away. And Armand, you are up next.
Okay. So I've got one guy that's kind of coming towards me, right?
Yes.
And what about the others? The other 2 from the original group?
The other 2 from the original group, one is laying on the ground screaming and writhing in pain,
Okay.
and the other is fighting Bjorn.
If I was to try to go towards the massive group, could I sidestep the one that's chasing me, and sidestep the one that's hitting Bjorn, or would I be heading directly towards one of them?
Which one did I
The guiding bolt. The guiding bolt is on the one in front of Tom, or the
Yeah.
one in front of Armand.
Yeah.
So
Tom Mond.
Tom Mond. It's a Digimon. Yeah. So if you wanted to skirt around him, you definitely could. There's enough room.
Okay, so how close can I get to the big new group?
They're not that far off from you. They're kind of congregating on Kata at this point. Like that's where they're all kind of coming from.
No.
Okay.
So you had
I
moved
got this,
60
Sam.
feet last time, so you're about 100 feet away at this point because you were 40 out and then you ran back.
Okay. So if I do my full 30 feet towards the new group and I have a spell that can hit them 60 feet away, would it be able to hit them? Or am I short?
No, if you moved your 40 feet and you have a spell that can get up to 60 feet, that'll be the 100 feet to get in if you need it.
Okay, I want to do that. And how many people are in this new group? Do we know how many? Or it's
They're
just like a-
still coming out of the forest.
Okay, so I want to run towards them, and wherever the tree line is for the forest and that group is, in the middle of that, I'm going to cast Shatter.
All right. So explain to me how Shatter works again.
A 10-foot radius, all 3d8 plus 1d8 thunder damage save halves. Let me just pull it up the actual thing. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature within a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. A
Okay.
non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area. And then it says at higher levels, when you cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for each slot level above 2nd. So it would be 4d8 then
4d8
instead
at
of
this point. Shit.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage. All
Um,
right, so you're casting it.
but I
in
don't want to
the-
hit Kata. I want to get that group, but the tree line too. So then in case other new people are coming in, they
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what's your spell save DC?
Oh gosh, 14.
14. All right, you're catching 4 enemies in this.
Okay. So I roll just 4d8 now.
No, I'm rolling their saves right now. I'm just letting you know how
Okay.
many people are in the area.
Okay.
And 2 make their saves. So is it save for half
Okay.
or save for none?
Half.
Yeah, it's half. Yeah.
Okay, so then go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, I'm rolling 4d8s. 8, 16, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 damage.
All right, so you cast it out there in the middle, and then even Kata, you can hear it. It's not nearly as bad, but it's just this ear-shattering, like nails on a chalkboard, just eruption of sound. And 2 of the cultists that are caught into it clutch their ears, and you can see like the blood actually start to kind of come out of their eyes as well, and they collapse to the ground face first, boom, motionless. The other 2 kind of grab their ears and they're like trying to just bear through it, and they don't make it either. as they're trying to shut it out, they just collapse and kind of spasm a little bit, and then just done.
Oh damn.
So what's his kill count? Like 7 now?
What's that?
6.
What happened?
He asked how many I've killed now, and I said 6.
Oh,
Not 7, 6.
all right. Any bonus actions?
I think Sid is muted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
No, you're
fine.
good.
Okay. Sorry. No, I don't know if this would count, but I just want to turn around towards the ones chasing me, so that way I'm not having my back towards them.
Okay. So you kind of position yourself to where you can see what's going on over there and the person that was behind you.
Yeah. Yep.
Next, we have Etlin.
Okay. Anyone that's particularly close to me here?
The majority of the fighting at this point is over by Kata. You do have the one that was that's over near Tom that has the big glowing orb on its chest.
Well, what do I pick up from that orb over there?
Oh, that's Nickelodeon's guiding bolt. So if you were to attack him, you'd have advantage on the attack.
Okay, I got you. I guess I'm gonna see that thing and shoot straight for it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go for a Ray of Frost.
All right. Go ahead and roll
It's
to
a-
hit with advantage.
Okay. Jeez, I needed it. Okay. That is a 13.
13's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. And then 1d8 cold. It's 2 damage.
2 damage.
This is my weakest fight ever.
Normally you kind of carry the fight, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to let other people have a turn.
You go through some things, you know?
Yeah. So you cast this ray of frost. A beam of cold energy flies forth from your fingertips, and you're actually able to catch him in his weapon hand.
Oh, snap.
And you kind of just freeze his hand to his sword.
He needs someone to hit him there.
So he's just frozen. He's looking, and obviously there's a look of a little bit like surprise and a little like, what the? Ow! But it's more just like the surprise and the adrenaline that's keeping him running right now.
Okay.
Any
And then-
bonus actions?
Is there any chance, like, I mean, I use my attack. Can I get anywhere closer to where Kata and everything else is going on?
Yeah, you can still move your full movement.
Awesome. I want to get there.
Okay, so you move your full, what is it, 40 feet, or do you have 35?
I'm gonna go with whichever one is the lowest one.
All right, 35. And if,
Wait. I'm gonna move less than that
okay.
because my leg.
Oh, yes, yes. So
Yeah.
we're going to bring your full movement down. We're going to drop 10 feet off of your full movement. So we're going to give you 25.
Okay, so I hit that guy and I like shuffle.
Yeah, you're like, "Huh, let's go." So you move your 25 feet up. You're that much closer now. Next up in the order, it's actually going to be the guy that just got his hand frozen.
Ah, shit.
And he's coming after Armand still. And this one is going to hit. He's since ditched the crossbow, and has a sword frozen in his hand now. So he's coming at you, and he's going to hit you for 5 damage.
Oh, okay. So I was getting ready with the amulet, but okay, 5 damage.
Or did you want to use the amulet?
I wasn't sure if am I supposed to wait until I know what the AC is or no? Or
So
whatever
you would,
call it?
if you're trying to use it as a reaction, then you would wait until I roll to hit, and then once I've rolled, then you can say, "Hey."
Okay.
But do you
but no,
want to?
I'll take the hit. I'll just take the hit.
Okay, so it's gonna hit you for 5.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right, and
Ow!
so after that, Mike is coming in.
Go, Mike.
He's actually gonna run straight past a couple people, kind of dipping and dodging through combat to get to Kata.
Because I don't get engaged in combat. That's bad news.
Oh wow, the weather just came in really hard. Like
It was
suddenly,
bad here earlier.
It's raining like crazy, thunder.
Yeah, I heard it through my headphones.
So, stream,
Give it.
I'm going to say this right now because every time it gets weathery, it gets a little bit wonky out here. If for some reason something happens to stream, we'll be back as quick as we can, I promise.
Weather the storm with us.
Yes. Yeah, so Mike gets right over to Kata, and he kind of interjects his blade into the fray. And he's gonna try to take the fight for her.
I say.
And
I mean,
so
more or less, yeah.
Mike is gonna step in, and as he pushes past Kata, he's actually gonna drop his shoulder into the guy, and kind of just try to make some room for Kata, and come over the top with his sword. Because I mean, everything's a competition.
Right, yeah, he's defending me, but more he wants to steal the kill at the same time.
Yeah.
Damn
so
it, Mike.
he comes in and he pushes him out of the way with his shoulder and comes across with the sword, and it cuts him from shoulder to just about the ribs. It just leaves a nasty gash on the chest, but the guy is still up and running.
Wow, holy shit.
That's commitment to the job. I mean, goodness.
From there, Nickelodeon, you are up.
All right. So can I get to the guy who was attacking Armand?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get to him. Ignite the Dawn Blade. I'm gonna go, try and hit.
All right. Which form of the Dawn Blade are you using? Short sword or long sword?
Short sword.
Okay. So you walk up and you speak the words to ignite the Dawn Blade, and the blade comes right out, and you hear in the back of your head, "Oh, isn't this fun?"
I want to see Danny
Does he have advantage still?
No, because
No.
Steven, because Etlin took the shot. It popped the advantage. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Take the shot.
19.
19 is
Shoot
gonna
your shot.
hit.
So that's a 1d6, right?
Yes, 1d6, and you can add your dexterity or your strength, whichever,
Oh.
because it's a
yeah, we're
finesse
gonna-
weapon.
So my dex is -1 and my strength is 0. So it's just a straight roll.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fat 1.
A fat 1 damage. All right.
Nice.
So
Oh, isn't this fun?
you're not quite used to using a sword. Most of the time in combat you would stand back and kind of throw divine energy. So this time, trying to test out the artifact that you were sent to find, you walk in, ignite the blade, and take a swing, and this guy, being seasoned in combat, turns around and gets the blade up just in time to stop it as it starts to gain purchase into his shoulder. So it just kind of cuts a little bit, but he's able to push it out with the blade.
Oh, damn,
Happens
it's
to
going down.
everybody.
And from there, Bjorn, you are up.
BJ.
I'm gonna rage first off,
Hell yeah.
and
But-
then I'm going
but
to
Hold on.
What?
You know the rule about raging.
What?
You,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you know the rule about raging. You have to make a rage-inducing noise.
Okay, I'm just gonna go.
There we go. There we go.
It's a good
I'm going
Wolverine.
to rage.
I'm gonna reckless attack this one.
Yeah, you are. Get him.
Bjorn is
First
upset.
roll. That is a 10. Second roll. Nope, 10.
All right. So 10 still isn't going to get there. He's actually able to just kind of dodge out of the way of your axe as you bring it over the top.
Damn.
Any bonus actions, anything like that?
Second attack.
Oh, yeah. Second attack. Duh.
So upset.
14 this time.
14 is going to hit. Your axe does find purchase.
Alright. I'm just thinking wildy right here. Damn. Okay, more damage. Actually, let's not use this one.
Krovik, I imagine barbarians either sounding like that or creepily silent the whole time.
That is a 9.
A 9.
9.
So, with the quick shot that you gave him in the throat earlier, and this 9, you actually are able to, like, you swing and he dodges out of the way, and you take that and keep the momentum going and just spin in a full circle and bring it back around and bury that axe just straight in his stomach.
Nice.
And you catch him and you just put your hand on the back of the axe and push a little bit further in, looking him in the eyes, and he looks and he goes, like, coughing through like his last bits of breath, he goes, "Death only makes us better." And he kind of collapses onto your. He
Gillian
collapsed.
wants to know so badly if he hears this.
Yeah.
I mean, we can find out on your turn if you can, like, if you make a perception check.
Okay.
But with that, as he collapses onto your axe, you start to hear an otherworldly wail come from inside of him and the other cultists. And that is where we're actually going to go to break.
You son of a bitch.
So, right about now, we are about halfway through our session. People in chat, thank you so much for hanging out for the time. If you want to help, like, support us, if you like what you see, right up at the top, there's a quick little follow button. If you've been here, you want to help us out, there is also a subscribe button. Pep gave an awesome little representation of how that works and what it would mean for us at the top of the show. We'll hear more about it later, but
Take that money back.
take the money back. It's your money. Give it to us.
We want it now.
It's my money, it's
we
our
want it
money, and
now.
we want it now. So yeah, hang out, grab a snack, run to the bathroom, call your mom.
Get
you
a
have 50
Zima, dude. I didn't even realize it still existed. Like,
Hashtag sponsor.
Yeah.
Hashtag sponsor. Zima, if you're here, sponsor us.
When you want to drink, but you also just don't really want to drink.
So we'll be back in just a few minutes to figure out what that whale is all about. And we are Mod 20. See you in just a few minutes.
See ya.
All right, it is 9:28. I can pull it up on my phone.
Wah, wah.
And we're back. It was a little bit longer than anticipated, but it was a good stretch. I hope everybody else got up, stretched your legs. I don't want blood clots out there.
Blood clots are bad.
It's important.
Yeah.
Also, take some time, stretch your wrists. You know, do the normal things. We're all keyboard using people.
Right, right.
Ergonomics, guys.
Ergonomically conscious.
Mhm.
This company is about your health.
Mhm.
We want you to.
Here-
10 speed tower, whatever it's called.
10 Scorp.
10 score.
So we
You
are
knew,
actually.
it's okay. Everybody gets one.
I was gonna say we are in some pretty good company to
Only
have the namesake of 10 Scorp actually playing our game with us.
What's up, guys?
Came all the way down
It's
from
me.
what 114? Is that where you're at these days?
It's 110.
110.
Just
Right. One. The building goes in reverse. The first floor is at the very top.
Oh, okay.
that would be
Yeah,
awesome. I want that.
Number one is always at the top, baby.
Okay, Doc.
Right. So they don't scratch my junk on stream.
Is that a common thing?
He got in trouble for it.
Really?
So I heard.
Okay.
And then he was
I don't
making
feel
fun
like
of it the other day. I mean, it's right. You gotta do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
some-
Everybody's gotta do it.
I mean, yeah.
It's a body. They get itchy.
So I want to shout out everybody in chat right now. Thank you for hanging out. You're actually picking, if this is your first time here, you're picking a great night because it's going to be intense. We've already had some pretty good combat going on. Lilith showed up a little bit earlier to be like, what?
Hey,
And
Stumpy.
yeah, Stump, welcome.
What up, Stump?
You're here for it.
Oh,
You're here for it, my guy.
He made it through the storm.
You made it through the storm. You braved
In
it.
case you've missed anything else that's been going on, you're just coming in now.
Yeah.
Armand, leading the kills right now. His KD ratio is beautiful.
I for once am not rolling only nat ones just at the beginning.
Yeah, that's just me and Nickelodeon right now.
I have not rolled in that one ever, so
Oh,
Ever. Okay.
my
I'll
name's
definitely next roll is gonna be a nat one, 100%.
Next 5
Good.
rolls.
all right. Well,
Jinxed it,
are
right?
we ready to get back into this?
I'm so ready, dude.
All right.
Whale ready.
All right. Let me get this all pulled up here.
This is that breakfast I skipped earlier.
Yeah. Most important meal of the day, cooking it up, 10 Speedway.
What the hell was that?
I don't even know. All right. So, before we went to break, Bjorn was able to sink his axe straight into the gut of one of these cultists.
Dead axe.
And as he was dying in his last breaths, he just muttered, "Death makes us stronger." And that's when a very unearthly wail started to come from deep inside each one of these cultists, and everybody around can actually start to hear this wail. And slowly, the one on Bjorn's axe stands back up, except he stands too far and ends up bending backwards, but not at the waist, in the spine. So he bends like in a U shape, just all these bones breaking. Then out of his chest, a massive, just big spiky hand shoots out, followed by another one, and something just starts pulling itself through the body as if it's some sort of gateway. And out of the body, slowly, you see big horns. And then after the horns, giant broad shoulders that are covered in spines. As
And
it's
sarcastically asked Nick if they're family members of his.
that's racist.
Nickelodeon will remember that.
Continue, I'm sorry.
As they're pulling as it's pulling himself through the body, there's all these spikes all over its body. Huge, massive, rippling muscles. And out of somebody who was about 5'8" in height, now stands
Still taller than me.
just a monster. That's not tall. Oh, I guess Kata, but I was thinking of you. A monster of about 8 feet tall. And as you look around, similar things are happening to the remaining cultists.
To all of them, or just the ones that have been killed already?
To all of them, but the ones that have been dead are no longer active. The ones that were dying or completely alive are being ripped in twain, more or less, to make space.
Whatever
for
these
this, for this, for lack of better word, for this Hulk. And
These are more like abomination.
true. It gets out of the one that was climbing out of the body that Bjorn had killed. It reaches back to its back and just pulls off a giant. It's just like a big piece of metal that's all jagged and sharp, but very obviously it knows what it's about to do with this hunk of metal.
Are all the other ones just as big, or is this guy like
No,
the main dude?
They are all just as big. And Armand, I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
All right, so we're fighting Barons of Hell.
Yeah, Darkins showed up. We're fucked.
Shit.
Here we go.
Well, this means I get to bust out my cool 3rd level spell for this shit.
Oh,
Jesus.
sorry.
Yeah, all of us.
Sorry.
Arizona.
I thought that was mine. That's that
Yeah,
weather.
Mine.
Is that
No,
weather?
that's an Amber Alert.
That's a very perfect timing for this roll. Yeah.
Yes. So you need
We
to.
all got that one.
Okay. What'd you get?
16.
16.
Nice.
You're able to keep control of your body.
But your mind.
You're able to keep control of your mental faculties and your body. There's no pain. There's no anything. But as you see these things emerging and just pulling themselves out of these corpses now, you look through and you see Lilith on the far side, just staring at you. Her eyes jet black, and her hair is actually moving, but there's no breeze, so it's more of like just moving with power. And you can
Now
hear,
you're moving with power.
and without moving her mouth, you hear her clearly in your head. She said, "If you had just told me what happened, maybe they would live."
Conversation time, baby.
And these hulks are now standing, ready, just staring, like waiting for the word. None have moved, and Lilith takes a step forward. Do you do anything?
This is too far.
I feel like
too
I
far.
already said I was going to. Thing. We're all standing right here. I'm gonna make an aggressive.
You're gonna what?
I have to. I said I was going to. I'm gonna make an aggressive.
You keep cutting out on the
same time.
You keep cutting out on the last word.
Oh, sorry, mic issue, I guess. I'm gonna have to make an aggressive move if that like with this because I said that's what was gonna happen earlier.
Okay, what do you do?
How far away is she?
She's about 50 feet, so just outside of your movement.
Okay. Character sheet.
There-
Where you at?
There's a Hulk thing right in front of me, right? Between me and Nick.
Yes, and Kata's actually kind of surrounded.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't realize that. Let me.
It's you and Mike kind of in the thick of it between 3 of these right now, just because it was.
Okay, then I apologize. I didn't understand that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I should have said something a little. I should have
That's all right.
clarified.
Then I'd like to make an aggressive move at whatever the nearest one between myself and Lilith is.
Okay.
And
Then
That aggressive move. I mean, I assume they're what, like within 15 feet, something like that.
yeah, they're in melee range.
All right, tight. Then it's short sword time. I mean,
Okay.
and okay.
So go ahead and roll your attack. I'll even give you the surprise round on this because they just showed up.
right? Because this was like drama mode, and I'm like, fuck that, whack. Like,
Yeah. So surprise
yeah.
round. If so, you're going to be getting advantage on this one way or another,
Okay.
which means that because of advantage, they haven't attacked yet, so you have an automatic crit.
all right.
And then the other thing I wanted to say, I was gonna say, you've gone too far, and then I was going to
I'm so sorry.
flip her off.
Okay. Did you flip her off?
I love the timing. Hell
Yeah.
yes.
So, What'd you roll for your attack?
17.
17. That is. Let me double check. I believe it's gonna hit.
I hope that hits. Holy hat.
Yeah, if it doesn't, we're fucked. We are straight fucked if a 17 doesn't hit.
Yes, that does hit.
Thank God. Okay.
I don't like that there was a question.
So did you say that I was getting sneak attack?
Yes. So you're gonna get your sneak attack, and this is with assassination,
Okay. So assassinate was the advantage. So.
and the automatic crit.
Oh yeah. Shit. Holy crap. Okay. So one. Oh my God. 3d6 plus 1d6 plus 5 doubled. Good lord. All right.
Yeah. Shit. Max,
Holy hat.
Here we go.
I didn't write it. I mean, that's
Yeah. No. Go for it. What'd you get?
like. So it's sorry. We got 15. 18. 23 doubled, so 46.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry.
So
Don't be.
game. We're just good now. Game over.
No, I mean there's a lot of these guys.
That's 1 out of 1.
A lot.
2, 3, 4,
and
5,
some
6,
freaking deity.
5. 1 out of 5.
And Lilith.
I mean, I never clarified if it died or not. So you, as soon as Armand flips off Lilith, your blade lashes out, and you catch this thing right across the throat, and it just starts to bleed, and without even flinching, it looks down at you,
Oh God.
and it raises up one side of its mouth and just this gross, gruesome sneer, and you can see big, jagged, uneven teeth on the inside of its mouth. But it doesn't move to react.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus. Well, at least I know now that we are totally fucked.
Right, at least there's no
Don't
question
speak
now.
very well
There's a scale.
right
So
now.
after the blade, Lilith's head snaps over to Takeda and goes, "Will you please be patient?" And she puts her hand out, and she just kind of makes a gripping motion. And Takeda, your arms snap to their sides, and you are just immobile. she's holding, and Mike, being the
This is bad,
valiant, Mike being the valiant he is, slides between the legs of one of these hulking behemoths and just makes a dead sprint at her. Just you.
I'm gonna yell stop.
He doesn't listen. Lilith.
No. I'm gonna vicious step and try to. I'm sorry. I'm gonna misty vision and try to catch up to him.
Okay. So you can Misty Step to try to catch up. You're still not able to get there quite. Lilith makes a gripping motion upside down, and Mike, and she goes, "Now it's time to learn." And she completely closes his hand, and you see Mike just crumple, and just, and he coughs in some blood, he's coughing blood. She goes and drops him. And he was up off the ground a little bit. He falls in just a crumpled heap. On his arm, you can see a bit of bone sticking out. And there was just he's not in good shape. And he's laying on the ground, just obviously choking on his own blood.
I'm gonna run up to him and I'm going to try to get in between him and Lilith and try to keep him from choking on his own blood.
Okay. So you're sitting there. I need you to make a medicine check for me.
Are we allowed to make action moves at this point?
At this point, yes. I'll give everybody one action move.
11.
11. You're trying, but the stress of the situation is just too much. The best you can do is just gingerly kind of roll him to his side the whole time. Sorry. And he coughs one big cough. And a whole bunch, just grip of blood just right out on the ground. But his breathing has kind of settled. But he's just as tough and as big as Mike would want you to believe. Everyone is susceptible to pain, and he's on the ground just whimpering, trying to clutch to life.
Okay.
All right, Nickelodeon, what you got?
I'm gonna get as close to them as I can. I think my movement is 30, 35. And then when I get to them, like how big is like 30-foot circle around me? Like how many people are around in that space?
That would get absolutely everybody.
Everybody?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
So I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope, 3rd level spell, on everyone in the party. This spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range. For the duration, each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible for any healing. Concentration 1 minute.
Okay. Excellent. So you just sprint into the middle, and through a quick prayer that you've said 1,000,000 times, but this time you're saying it with just the right amount of conviction and passion. And you just kind of thrust your ring up, like your ringed hand, and you say that you finish this prayer, and everybody in this area, all the allies, just feel like a sense of calm and a sense of valor. So you're a little more bolstered and like ready to go. But
what was the numbers benefit? What was it? Sorry.
You get advantage on Wisdom saving throws, death saves, and all healing is max.
Okay.
and through this feeling.
Mike's not unconscious, is he?
No, Mike is still very much so awake and very much so in pain. But on the cast, he does take a little bit of comfort. It's and through your eyes, you can see the vague outline of a woman kneeling next to him, just kind of helping to try to calm him.
I want to run up to that or whatever I can do. And like I want to touch him on the shoulder and be like, "Hey man, I wish you could be here with us on this one. You're awesome in battle. You're an amazing soldier, but I got to get you out of here." And then I'm gonna cast rope trick.
Yeah. So you pull a length of rope and you throw it straight up in the air, and it seems to catch nothing. But at the top of the rope, you see a shimmering like gold square. And do you help him get up the rope?
As much as I can.
Okay.
A couple people. I like Nickelodeon, whoever's right here, Armand.
Okay, because
I need to put him in here.
Because that would be a strength check, so I would need you to roll that for me. And if anybody wants,
and Nick just cast. He's in the middle of doing Beacon of Hope.
yeah, so
You can't do
that's a concentration. So he would have to kind of focus on making
Armand?
sure Nickelodeon would. But if
No,
anybody wanted to,
can Armand help me out here?
I would 100% be helping with this because I would be all about Mike right now. So.
okay.
Yeah. he
Well,
would be
then
tending
whichever
And
one of you, and Bjorn, did you want in?
No, I'm actually gonna run to Nick and stand guard, ready to catch any attacks that come at him.
Hell yeah. So whoever
boy.
wants to roll to help Mike, go ahead and make that roll with advantage.
I'm still immobile, correct?
Yes, she still has you in the same kind of grip that she had Mike.
So
I have a -1 for strength. 17.
17?
and 17.
So you're able
Not
to,
bad.
as gingerly as possible, as you're getting ready to move him, you're just like, all right, this is going to hurt. I'm so sorry. And you pick him up, and you push, and you push, and you push, and eventually you're able to get him to the top. And Mike, through the sheer willpower and through all of his broken bones, he flings both arms up and grabs the ledge of that square and pulls himself up, and then looks down and goes, "Is anyone coming?"
I want to say like you get up in there, you take care of yourself, you figure some things out here, and then I push the rope up in there with him.
And he helps pull the rope up, and he goes, "You are far too kind, and I deserve that. Give them hell," and pulls the rope up.
And I deserve that. That's so funny.
And he pulls the rope up, and once the rope comes up, that golden box that he climbed up into vanishes and seals. And with Bjorn, as he's getting up there, runs and kind of plants his feet in front of Nickelodeon, just kind of watching and looking. And from just
Stand
ringing,
up and snap my fingers.
yeah, oh, it came over the mic real nice. And once you stand up, you crack your fingers real good, and you hear, and just this bolt of blue energy comes flying from you don't even know where, and it catches. It lands right in front of Lilith's feet and kind of sits there and blinks, doot, doot, and like spins a little bit and goes, wow, and explodes in just lightning everywhere. And as that happens, people come from behind and join up with you. You look, and it's Malachi, Nakab, Quakis, and a fourth one that you don't know, a very large man, very large Goliath man with a big, looks like a tree trunk slung over his shoulder. And Malachi with two guns in it, like two pistols, walks up and looks at Lilith, holsters them, and goes, "You didn't think we'd miss this party, do you?"
Yes.
And
Oh shit.
with
Oh,
that,
shit.
Lilith drops her grip on Kata, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
Fuck, guys. Fuck.
I have no spells.
Oh God!
You
I
got
rolled a
this.
4.
You got this. I'm confident.
It's all right. I have acid splash, and I can use it 3 times.
I presume this isn't part of this. That initiative is not part of these advantage rolls that we got, huh?
No, it's only for wisdom.
No, wisdom saves and death saving throws.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I got
All right.
6. So that's
8.
All right,
no.
so hold on here. Let's.
Sorry, I don't mean to toss them out at you.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
good.
no.
So we've got Bjorn with a 6, and Kato with an 8. Armand, what did you get?
3.
Not the worst. I'm happy.
All right, Atlin, what do you have?
I have a 4.
Wow. I mean, you were
So-
just fighting pretty hard, so it makes sense that you're a little out of breath. Maybe you wouldn't go quite as first. And
I just got
Nickelodeon,
dropped.
what do you have?
17.
Nick's here for it.
You damn right. You damn right.
You're damn right. And then we've got what? I need a faster way of doing these initiatives. I'm sorry, guys.
You're
Is
good.
it like
no, it's
group
not.
initiative? Or
There's just a like for some things I do a group initiative, but there's a lot of homies that like I kind of have to space out.
maybe in the next time we can just assign us one of us to roll for them too?
I mean, I have to go through and I look at numbers and have to like line them up to make sure that I have the order. That's the part that takes so long.
We need to invest in one of those little flag thingies.
I would love that. Are you kidding?
So remember, guys, subscribe.
Yeah, if you subscribe, we can afford to do that.
Jeff Bezos and whatnot.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos. Can we get Jeff Bezos in the chat?
All right. So with that, the first one to attack there, it's actually going to be Quakis with just a little short bow. It lets loose a bolt at one of the hulking behemoths. Just that's actually the one that Kata had cut earlier. And that is going to. That is definitely going to hit. And the fun thing, there's another assassin rogue here to give even more crazy damage.
Hey.
Yeah, boy.
There's this one with a bow.
Guiding bolts, baby.
Guiding bows.
That is
All right, DB.
enough.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Yep. So that is enough to finish that one off. Quakis just looks and real quick catches the weak one and puts that arrow right into the throat slit. So it has no problem like getting through the thick skin and just right through, and it's just and it just looks around kind of and then falls lifeless.
So all we need is 2 monstrous crits, and we can kill them. It's
And you
easy.
can be good.
Yeah. This is whatever.
Put me in, coach.
Next it will be Nick.
All right. So Bjorn is in front of me, and then how many of the giant spiky dudes are there?
There are 4 as of right now, plus Lilith.
Yeah, I'm not hitting her. That's just stupid. How many? Like, where are they in position to me?
So there were 3 kind of surrounding Kata,
Mhm.
and there's one back over by Lilith.
Mhm.
So the one over here died. So there's 2 over here, 1 by Lilith, and 1 a little further up towards the group. You good over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it because it's gonna make me laugh really hard. So
Okay.
Okay. So Nickelodeon, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just looking over at Lilith. Um.
Did we lose him?
Oh no, he DC'd.
No.
No, he's just really pensive, guys.
Yeah, he's just
He's
really
just
pensive.
looking. He's just looking at Lilith.
So every so often,
Stone
Malfoy likes to have his Discord DC. He's usually really quick about coming back. So for now,
First, his window will pop.
yes,
So
we are gonna keep.
And then one of us will become really big, right?
We are gonna
Well,
try
God,
to
that'd be
we're gonna try to keep going here, and then let's just move right down the list. The next person after Nickelodeon would have been Malachi. So he's actually gonna with his pistols put away, he's gonna reach back and pull a rifle off of his back, and with a quick flip on the near the stock, he's gonna let a thunderous shot out at Lilith herself.
ooh,
And that is going to hit.
Gold.
And it is going to hit for. All right. So he takes this shot, and what you see is it just shoots out, but it looks like a harpoon of some sort, and spins and catches Lilith right in the chest, and she just kind of looks at it, and he smiles and flips the switch again, and an electric current goes down it.
what?
Yeah. So and he deals a handful of damage to Lilith there. But since it looks like Alex is back, we're gonna double back to his turn there. We just kind of switched the initiative around for this turn.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's all that he's gonna do. He's gonna kind of nudge Nakab, be like, beat that, and then we are back over to Nickelodeon.
Okay, so what I was gonna say was I was gonna cause just standing and holding the Beacon of Hope thing as I cast that spell. I'm gonna turn to her and in Infernal yell, "How much bloodshed do you want? What do you gain from this?"
All right.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are you?
No, I mean I was gonna wait for a response.
Oh,
but, hey,
okay.
it's fine.
In Infernal, she.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I was curious if you were gonna yell something and then attack. So, she looks back, and with those same jet black eyes that you saw earlier, she goes, "Enough to have yours." And it's still
damn.
your move.
I don't like that response. That's not what I was hoping for. So Kata is all by herself next to 2 of them. Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the one closest to her.
Okay. That's not disgusting or anything.
Oh my god! Right. Sorry. Let's do this.
Christopher Days.
Did I miss something?
No, that's awesome.
No, just the fact
I'm
that
just
Kata
already
deals
right.
a
Yeah, yeah,
butt ton
no,
of
no,
damage.
Exactly what I was going for. Yeah.
You know, advantage to hit. That's just like whatever.
If I can touch him, I can crush him. That's what I always say, right?
The good old touch and crush. That's what that was Mike's signature move. Ladies. 12?
12? Yeah.
Okay. Let me double check. The 12 will not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think.
So you throw it, and the bolt kind of arcs up and comes back down and lands. It almost hits the but its head and eyes snap over to you, and it gives that same look that the other one gave Kata with that big, jagged, toothy kind of grin.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna stay there behind Bjorn.
All right. So then it's going to be the first hulking behemoth. he's gonna turn around. It's gonna be the one that you just tried to just tried to shoot, and he's just gonna and just like take off towards you.
Fuck, man.
And he's gonna be able to get close enough to make a big swing with that same big jagged piece of metal that I had described earlier. Where is it? Sorry.
You'll be fine, Nick. He has to get through me first. That's not gonna be easy.
And
Well,
what's
I mean,
your
he's hitting me.
yeah?
so.
What's your armor class?
12.
12. All right, he just misses.
Well, wow. All right. I'm
He rolled an 11.
cool with that.
So he comes over and swings,
meet you.
and you're able to kind of duck under it a little bit because obviously he's big and you could see that swing coming. But you're able to duck under it, and after that, it is Kata. You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry, I was eating, so I muted myself. So do I still have 2, or did the one break off for Nick now?
The one broke off for Nick,
Okay.
so you're threatened by the one.
Okay. I mean, rock and roll. Let's do this. I'm gonna not waste any time here, and let's make another short sword attack against the one that's remaining here. That's still imposing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Come here, little dice tablet. Yeah, it's only 14.
All right, 14 is gonna hit.
Hey, hey.
But you're not gonna be getting your sneak attack on this one.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I figured because this is like we're in combat now.
Yeah, so this is
Right.
dice plus your dexterity for damage.
Right. Cool. Perfect. So that's gonna be plus my dexterity 10.
Okay, so you kind of duck around and catch him real quick on the back of the knee. Just real quick cut. And he doesn't even flinch. But he does kind of take a step back and kind of ready his weapon.
Okay.
Do you have any...
Bonus move? Can I attempt to move just outside melee range?
Yes, as a rogue, you can bonus action disengage.
Okay. What do I got to do there?
Let me see here.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So you just take the disengage action, so you're able to leave combat without incurring an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. Before you're able to move out, he does get one attack on you as it is, but you're still not going to incur that attack of opportunity.
Got it.
What's your armor class?
15.
15. All right. So when he readied the weapon, just the thought, oh shit, runs through your head, and he brings it straight down to where you were, but you're able to just kind of like sidestep right out of the way, comes right down in front of you and hits the ground where you were, and you're able to, from there, kind of disengage out of the fight and move. You do still have your movement that you can make.
Okay. So currently I still have a move make?
Yeah, so you disengaged 5 feet
Oh, got it.
to get out of combat, so you still have movement minus 5 feet.
Oh, understood. My mistake. Okay. I'd just like to move another 10 feet, just outside combat from this guy. I guess was he between Lilith and I, or is he? Am I like? Is it one way and then the other?
He's between Lilith and you.
Okay, then I'll take a step farther, keeping himself between Lilith and I at this point. I'll learn my lesson.
Okay. All right.
So it's what am I, 15 feet from him at this point?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So you're able to kind of step out of combat there. The next up, it's going to be Bjorn, and you do have that that one that's right up on you.
I'm assuming I'm still raging, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. First attack. Obviously gonna make that a reckless.
Hell yeah, you
Make
are.
sure it hits.
Bjorn ain't no bitch.
Okay, that is an 11. Let's roll.
11 is not. Was that your like with the advantage?
No, that's my first roll.
Oh,
11.
okay. Okay.
Second roll. 18.
18 will hit.
All right. Let's roll for damage. Yeah.
Remember, you're raging, so you get +2 to your damage.
That is an 11.
Get him. Nice.
An 11 damage. All right, so you're gonna take a big swing, whap, and you're just gonna put a big gash in his arm, but he's still up and looking just fine. He is going to take a quick retaliation swing at you.
All right.
And what's your armor class?
14.
14. All right, he's gonna swing and miss.
All right.
Now
Time
it
for
is.
my second attack.
Oh yes. It's so new. I keep forgetting about it. I'm sorry.
I want one of those.
Shit. Another 11.
All right, 11's not gonna hit.
Well,
From there,
he's in
it's
'em.
yeah the whatever I was calling them, the hulking behemoths. There so many things.
big
going
ugly
on.
guys.
Yeah, the big ugly guys. I'm just gonna start calling them by their actual creature name. The Tanaruk that you were fighting, Kata, is actually gonna move forward and try to chase you. It's gonna try to keep you engaged.
Okay.
And it's only 15 feet, so it's able to kind of.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring that big club up and just straight down on you as hard as it can. And it's not going to get there.
Hey.
Again, you're able to just kind of step out of the way. It's it's the scene from Princess Bride where Fezzik is trying to fight. He's able to just kind of dip around him.
Yep.
Hold still so I can kill you. Then it's going to be the other one. This one is the other Tanaruk. It's the one hanging out up by Lilith. It's actually going to step in front of her and just plant its feet. Then we have Nikab. He is up. He has this interesting contraption where Malachi has. You can tell it's a firearm of some sort. Nikab pulls out this big blunderbuss looking thing that the butt of it is just a big elk antler. And there's no trigger. And he kind of sets it down over his arm and he steadies it. Wow! Takes a big shot. And it's going to go wide. And it's he was aiming for the big the Tanaruk in front of Lilith, and it's going to go wide. Oh, Ricky, I'm glad you're here for this. I'm glad you're here for this, Hammer. That's what he had named it. He had named it my dick. So from there, he's when the shot goes wide, he's gonna swear very loudly in Elvish in a string of profanity.
It's a real good gun you made there.
He looks at you and continues to swear in just every language he knows, which is a lot. Next up, we have Etlin.
Who was the person that had the crazy like taser? Harpoon taser thing.
That would be Malachi.
Okay, Malachi, you got anything for me? I'm all tapped out right now.
Yeah, he pats himself down real quick and he's like, "Yeah, I got you," and pulls a long sword off his back, and flips it around to its handle, and kind of.
I can't use that.
He's like, he kind of tosses it in your direction. It lands at your feet, and he goes, "That's all I got. You don't get these."
Wield it with mage hand.
It is. I can't. I don't think I can.
No, I don't think you can either.
It's
It'd be
far
so
too heavy.
beautiful.
It is far too heavy.
I was like, thank you, and I chuck the thing back.
Especially holding
And
it.
then you're just like, I pick it up by the wrong end. But yeah, no.
Wait,
So
how much can Mage Hand lift?
Huh?
How much can Mage Hand lift? Is it 5 pounds?
I believe so, but
believe
I can't make attack rolls with it though.
Okay, I was gonna say because a long sword is 3 pounds.
Yeah, no, I think I can functionally pick the things up, but I can't do stuff unfortunately.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So I'm like, I reach into like my vest and I pull out just a little a little dried up the stem of a rose, and I just like kiss the thing, and it becomes a rose whip.
Etlin, our resident weeb. All right, so you have Rose Whip active.
Yeah, and so how far is Kata from me?
Kata is about, I would say she's about 25 feet.
Shit, I can't go that far. How far is Lilith from me?
She's about 45.
Well, shit. I guess I'm gonna make towards Kata. Like, can I try to get there?
Yeah.
Do I get there?
From a rose on a yeah, you're able to get at least close enough to make that strike with it if you want to.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna get the thing that was chasing her earlier and say, "Not so fast."
Not so bad.
Not so fast. All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. What does it think I roll with this?
So you're rolling a d20 to hit.
Let's see here. Oh no, so for this thing it says make a melee spell attack. Okay, I see. Gotcha. I'm gonna use the luck on this one.
Okay.
So, Jesus Christ. 8.
All right. So you said you're using your luck.
That's an 8. That's the lucky one.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So on a hit, it takes 1d6, which I don't think I'm gonna get.
No, that an 8 doesn't get you there.
Nope. So yeah.
All right. So you step up, not so fast, and you give it the whip, and the whip does hit. It just doesn't do anything. It's more just kind of annoying.
I was talking to me when I said not so fast.
Oh.
You were trying to focus. Slow down. You're not gonna hit him.
So he kind of spins around, and looks at you. He's kind of ignoring Kata at this point, just because you're kind of like the fly that startled him, where it's like, you scared me, now you're gonna die.
That's fair.
From Etlin, we go to Armand. You are up.
Okay. So first off, the very first thing I was going to do was pull out one of my daggers and try to give it to Etlin, but having seen that, that whole rose thing, I'm just gonna be like, well, all right, put that
He's
away.
okay.
So where now am I just next to where Mike disappeared by myself?
Yes. Actually, no, you're still right there next to Nickelodeon and Bjorn are there, but you're on the far side of that combat, so you're not actively engaged with the Tanaruk that they were fighting.
So, oh god, I'll kind of like sidestep a little bit so that Lilith is in my line of sight, and I'm gonna ask her, "What's the point of all this? What are you trying to prove here?"
I'm tired of your games, boy. I have tried many times to convince and to persuade to make it your own choice, but you took my gifts and you will listen.
My games? You've been doing nothing but playing games with me this entire time. Like back with that bowl in that freaking dungeon. What the heck was that?
That was me asking for something, and it took you too long to deliver. You are trying my patience.
Huh? Yeah, I can tell.
So, you have a choice here. Your choice: come with me, and your friends live, because we have work to do. Or we could continue this, and you're probably gonna die. I can find someone to give my gift to. You're replaceable.
Come with you?
Mm-hmm.
Where would this be?
I'd rather not tell you in front of your friends.
Ah, shit. If I'm so replaceable, then why would it matter?
Because you already have my gift. You're replaceable, but that is effort that I do not wish to have to use.
You swear that you will leave my friends alone.
I swear that I will leave your friends alone.
Would that include your hulking behemoths here, or is that just you?
The negotiation
know-
is for me.
Then fuck it, and I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast.
In character, I do this.
Just-
It's probably gonna disappear because it's their power.
Everyone simultaneously went.
if it hasn't already been clipped, I think that's the clip that needs to be. Just everybody going.
Oh, man, just criminy. That was.
So you were exactly right. You throw the Eldritch Blast at her, and she just puts her hand up and waves it away.
Do I have any actions?
The Eldritch Blast was your action. If you have a bonus action you'd like to use, you can do that, and you do still have your movement.
What does it take if I to unsheath something?
That's not. That's like a free action.
Yeah,
as far as I can do.
Yeah, it'd be a free action.
I'm gonna take out both my daggers from the two people that she fucking did this to me before, Richardson and Lazarus,
Yes.
because she's fucking doing it all over again.
Yeah, kind
And
of.
that's the why. It's like, fuck you. And I'm gonna start running towards her.
You have named weapons, dude. That's so baller. Why did
They're-
it take
they're-
2
they're
months
not-
to get to this?
They're not named.
Oh,
They're from people that she killed.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And you're just gonna sprint at her?
Yeah, with the daggers.
Oh, baby, yeah.
Jesus Christ, boy.
He does not. He's done. He is done.
Oh,
It's
and
nice-
there's
it was nice to
something
know you
else.
for around.
There was something else that I wanted to convey. I don't know if this would work or not, but I want to convey to Ayla that I really need the Queen's Assist.
Ooh.
Okay. So as you start running, you take about 3 steps, and Lilith just gives you a look, and your body shuts down. Like your joints lock up.
Faceplant. Epic faceplant.
Yep. So you're just like halfway through a step, and you fall right onto your shoulder. Boom.
Been there.
And she just looks at you and goes, I figured you would have learned by now. I am the one in control here. And at this time, your communication to Ayla did go off, and she's since fled the battle.
Shit, man.
Oh, dark days.
Yeah, Tom, you don't gotta kill your character to go on vacation, man. It's all good.
I'm just gonna shout. I'm gonna shout to her as she's saying that about control. I'm gonna be like, "You're not gonna fucking do to me what you did to Ingersoll. You're not doing that again here."
And she just kind of brushes it off.
Yeah.
as you're screaming at her, thunderous footsteps come up beside you, just duh, duh, duh. And it's the Goliath with the big tree trunk of a club. And he goes, I don't agree with what's going on here. This seems to be an unbalanced deal. And he starts singing. Like, yeah, what you can assume to be singing in Giant. And a large ring shows up on the ground around the party, kind of bringing everybody together a little bit. And he holds up a diamond out in front of him, and you see it kind of turn into dust and fly away. He goes, your evil is no longer welcome here, demon.
Oh shit! Does this guy seem like King Magic Man right now?
He seems like King Shit a Fuck Mountain right now.
Okay, can I just real quickly be like, I'm tapped out. I need to do magic. Help?
He kind of smacks you on the back and goes, we'll see what happens. And he reaches onto his belt and he hands you a dagger.
The person whoever's next to him, like, does it help me?
So, as that circle appears on the ground, one of the Tanaruk tries to take a step over the line, and is hit into a magic barrier, and he can't seem to cross that line. And that's going to be his turn, and he's still singing just at the top of his lungs, some sort of giant like war hymn. And that is going to bring us back up to the top of the round. So Quakus, Malachi, Nakab, and Uther all kind of fall into a formation as it seems like they've used this particular spell on more than one occasion. And Quakus turns and just kind of looses an arrow at one of the Tanaruk. And she nat 20'd, or he nat 20'd.
Oh.
Nice roll, DB.
Way to get there, DB.
Mr. Handy with the robot hands.
Yeah. So
It's like 2. That's 2.
Holy crap.
so that she actually puts it into the. Oh, I'm sorry. Quakus, he puts the arrow into the Tanaruk that. Sorry. That was a really weird burp. And puts the arrow into the Tanaruk that Kato was fighting. And this one just comes right up under the jaw, because Quakus, being a gnome, has that kind of angle on it. Right up under the jaw and right up through the top of the head. Just and the arrow doesn't even get stuck. It just passes straight through.
Yeah.
And he just kind of blinks for a second. It falls straight backwards. That would also then bring us to Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon, you are able to tell as the Goliath is singing his song, you're able to feel somewhat of a divine presence coming off of him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, is if this guy was like a cleric or a paladin of sorts. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't know that anyway, so it's whatever. So everyone is around right now?
Yeah, it kind of pulled everybody into the circle, kind of brought up like just in the radius to keep everybody in.
Is the one that was attacking me and Bjorn still next to us, or no?
That was kind of when the circle went up, it kind of pushed him back a little bit.
So he's on the outside?
He's on the outside of the line, but he can most likely still swing over the line. He just can't like cross it.
Oh, okay. And do I get the sense that like if I cast a spell, this barrier wouldn't prevent me from casting out of it?
You could try.
Not an answer on one.
Make an Arcana check.
I think it's pretty good. Let's see here.
Amon was
That's
a
not how
great
you
time.
make a check.
Nat 20.
Not 20. You've seen this. You've at least read about this spell. It's called Magic Circle.
Okay.
This is Ring. You've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Magic Circle, it keeps all the bad stuff out, keeps all the good stuff safe inside of it, but things can still attack over the line, and it goes both ways.
Okay.
It's into it like that. Went there.
Mm.
I'm gonna do actually. I'm going to Sacred Flame. One in front of us.
Okay.
Do it.
So it's a Dex save 13.
Dex
Do
save
it.
of 13. It doesn't make
actually-
it.
It's 14 now, but I
Yeah.
guess it doesn't matter.
It rolled a 10.
Cool. So 1d8.
1d8.
You guys ready for that fat one roll right now?
No, dude, I'm ready for that fat 1 times 20 roll right now.
No, it's
get him.
It's 7. It's 7.
Oh, sick.
DH Pat.
Nice.
So you do the
Second
7
evolved
damage
one.
there. Any bonus actions?
No, I don't think so. I don't think anyone's taken any notable amount of damage yet, so
Okay.
we're good.
So
Can you heal me? Make me do magic.
No, I don't have that ability.
just to be able to give you spell slots back.
That would be so broken.
So next up on the list, it's going to be Malachi. And with that rifle that he had earlier, he hits a button up towards the top of it, and that cable that was connecting him to Lilith disconnects. And he slings it back on his back, and pulls out his 2 pistols and just pulls off 4 shots at the Tanaruk that you just hit with Sacred Flame.
He landed a shot on Lilith earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so 2 out of those
He's
4.
a beast.
2 out of those 4 are actually going to connect.
Ooh.
And they will hit for, let's see, he does D10's worth of damage.
Jesus.
It's going to connect for about 20 damage. So he's just bow, 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 bow. And just catches, you see these
Jeez.
just like sprays of blood come off of this thing's body. He's howling in pain, and he's not looking very good. Then, from there, that same one that just got shot is going to let out just a massive roar, and he's going to take a swing just horizontally at as many people as he could possibly try to hit, which the first the first one in line would be Bjorn. And what's your AC, Bjorn?
My what?
Your armor class? AC?
Oh, 14.
This one's going to connect. And
I'm raging. I can
yeah.
take it.
I mean, you get mitigated damage, but this is still going to hit pretty tough. Where is it? He's going to get you for 16.
Not too bad.
So cut that in half. I think that's 8.
Yeah, because you're raging, right?
Yeah. So he's going to hit Bjorn. Boom. And that's you're going to catch it like in the shoulder, but that pushes you just off balance enough that he's able to lean down and try to bite you as well. And that is also going to hit for 3 damage.
Nice.
Just smack. Ha.
Really doing
Think of these guys as really big trundles.
it.
Yeah,
What's a
feel that.
trundle?
but with like spikes and shit.
Yeah. Classic skin
That's a-
trundle.
Character from League of Legends.
Yeah.
Oh,
No worries. It was after your time there, Pep.
yeah.
All right, so he's also going to try to cross the line like physically and still get kind of pushed back, unable to fully cross the line. Next up, it is going to be Kata.
All right. So last I recall, it's me against the one that that good old Ellen tried to rose whip, correct?
Yes, and that one has since been got by Quakis' arrow. That's the one
Okay,
that
I
went
thought so.
up.
That's why I wanted to ask there.
Yes.
Okay, so am I not engaged currently?
No, you are free and clear.
What's still left as where it sits right now? Obviously Lilith, but
Yeah, so you have Lilith and Lilith and 2 others. So far you've been able to drop 3 total. So there's the one that is fighting Bjorn, and there's one on the opposite side, the one over by Lilith.
okay. How far is Lilith from me?
Lilith is she's about 30 feet.
All right, it's not my favorite choice, but I'm weighing hard on it because I'm trying to play my character, not my me.
Wait, is she clearly going to try to take a shot at her?
I mean, that was my job is to make sure the people I'm with here stay alive, and she's the primary threat.
How far are
We
you
can
from
kill
me?
these dudes. So far, I smash on stuff harder than anybody here. I gotta take another swing at her. Like that's.
Can I?
How far
can
am I?
I-
I'm 30 feet.
from me?
Oh, I don't know about from you. I have no idea. DM.
I'm
How
sorry.
far
What was
am I
that?
from? How far am I from Etlin?
From Etlin, Etlin's just a handful of feet away because he came up to try to rose whip the thing.
Right. Okay.
So I'd say no more than 10.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
She's gotten shot already. I need you to put this inside of her.
Is it a wiener?
And then I'm gonna hand you something.
What is it?
Okay.
How-
What is it?
I'm gonna send her the message.
Okay, I'm for it.
Okay. I got it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'm
little
not. I'm
OC.
not paying attention to that. So it's
If it's a wiener, I swear to God.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God, are you kidding? Are you sending it Signal or Disco?
Text.
Okay. Sorry, I was gonna make a move, but now I have to know what the wizard is doing.
Just bust a move.
You accept. Damn, now that I know you're going in, I wish I could go in and freaking Path of the Grave this bitch so you can get fucking quadruple damage again.
Can you imagine? Just like
God damn.
I don't know how you would achieve this, but yeah.
Quadruple against infinity.
Lilith can die.
I'm not sure how to do that. We're gonna have to try to make it work. I don't know if I can do it this round, but I'll try the next one.
Okay.
All right.
But I'm gonna hand you something though.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to make a move to get into melee range, and it's short sword time, baby.
Okay.
Actually, no. Let's say it's rapier time. This is the big girl. Let's do it. It's rapier time.
And this move is gonna put you outside of the circle.
Oof.
So it's kind of gonna be Kata versus the world. You can definitely do it. I just want to make sure you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, I play on my character, not trying
Okay.
to min-max things. It's bloodlust. Mike got freaking damaged beyond belief, and the people that I'm being paid to watch are in danger. Let's go.
All right. So, how are you getting there? Are you just like sprinting at her? Are you? Because I mean, like, there's battle going on, so it's a little kind of chaotic.
That's true. Well, I'm sorry. I was under the impression that since the one that was in between myself and Lilith was removed, that it was a pretty clear shot.
Yes. So you could definitely.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure I was assuming
Yeah,
correct.
no, I'm. Let's go.
Okay.
Like, straight. Let's make a move.
All right. So then you get close enough. She's paying a little bit more attention to the rest of the fight. So go ahead and roll your attack. It's not going to be an assassination though.
Of course. Got it. Alrighty.
As the entire chat's
Boys.
like butt clenched.
Boys, +3.
Jesus.
22.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh my god. All right. Wow, I'm a little excited right now.
And this would be with sneak
Oh,
attack
shudder.
damage.
This would be what?
This would be with your sneak attack damage. Because she's otherwise
Oh wow.
occupied.
Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be 12 for my 1d8 plus 5 plus 3d6. So 12 plus 9 is what? 21?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
All
21.
So there you go. There you have it.
right. So you're able to kind of skirt around the edge of the fight that
There's
she's
her.
currently watching, and you come up on her side and you just jab that rapier into her just with everything you can muster, and you put that thing to the hilt in like just, and she doesn't even move. She just kind of turns and looks at you.
Nobody breaks Mike.
She just looks at you. She goes, "You incessant knife ear."
Oh shit. That's that's a racist ass term.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so offended right now.
You should be. You incessant knife ear.
Damn, son.
And-
Can I take a bonus action?
Uh-huh.
Acid splash to the face.
Can you take acid splash as a bonus action?
Oh, sorry, that's not a bonus action. You're right. My mistake. That's the standard action. So I
You can
moved
just,
and I
you can
attacked.
just spit in her face if you want.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Just-
I'm
just-
already.
Just
Oh right, I'm sorry. You're right. My bonus action is to place the object.
What is the object?
It's a small blue marble. It's like this big.
just in the hole. Do it.
Is this allowable?
I'll allow
Maybe
it.
like
You can put
she's
it in
like,
there.
"Ugh, you incessant knife here," and I'm like, "You racist piece of shit." Takes the marble in. Like, it's up to you.
Steven,
It's
is
Pep's
this
idea? It
is this
wasn't
the
my original
marble?
plan.
Is this the marble
It
I think
wasn't
it
my
is?
plan.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Okay,
my plan.
I'll
It's
allow
the
it.
life and death marble.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Make a actually
I don't know what
make
this is.
make a sleight of hand check.
For me?
Yes.
Like again, I guess true to form, right? I have no idea what's going on. The wizard said do this, so I'm doing it.
The magic guy said do the thing. And you're
Magic.
like the thing.
Sleight of
That thing-
hands. Oh baby, I gotta hell yeah, let's do this. All right. Sorry, I had to turn off the 3d6 roll. I hit 3d20s again. So we got 17 plus my 7 for sleight of hand, correct?
Yeah.
So 24.
24?
Yep.
Whoa.
So
And that's not
24.
including my dex.
Well, that would be including your dex.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So you stab her, and she calls you a knife ear. You pull the sword out, and you racist bitch, and you shove that marble in. And she's
bitch.
racist bitch, just all matter of fact, just like fuck you.
Right.
And she's kind of like, what? Huh? And kind of pats at it a little bit, like trying to dig it out, because she has a pretty good idea of what it is.
I
But,
still don't know what it is. So
but
this is
she
tight.
wasn't able to smack it away or anything like that. And at the end of that turn, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. That's
Okay.
it. That's all I got.
So that brings us to Bjorn.
All right. Let's finish off this dude in front of me,
All right, do it.
shall we? Reckless attack, obviously.
All right.
The first one, that's a 14. 14 it is.
All right. That's definitely going to hit.
All right, roll for damage. Let's use this guy right here. That is another 11.
All right. So with this one, since he had just come in and bit you, his head is a little bit further, and you just kind of took the bite and just pulled away from him. You bring the axe over and just bring it straight down on his neck. Just whap, and this like pushes him all the way to the ground. He's not dead yet. The thing is still alive, but it is knocked prone. So second attack, make that attack with advantage.
Okay. 7 on the first one. Oh, that one wild. Roll that again. Oh, net 20.
Nat 20! There we go. So roll your damage, double the damage.
Double the damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
This is exciting, you guys.
That's a 3 of that. That's 8, so 16.
16.
Nice.
All right. How do you want to do that one?
Okay. I assume he is like flat on his face on the ground, right?
Yeah, he's just on his face.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him by the horn, pick him up, and just bash him with the axe continuously.
Like with the flap, like the axe head, just bah, bah, bah. Like,
And then slam his head back on the ground.
all right.
I love it.
Jesus.
So he
Classic.
bits you, and you're able to kind of pull out of the bite, and you step back and just catch him in the neck with the axe, and it doesn't quite go all the way through, but it does put him on the ground. In which case, still in your rage, and a little bit like raging even harder because at the fact that he bit you, you just pick him up by the horns and just smash that axe into his face until his face is just a bloody remnant of what it once was. And once you see that last little bit of life kind of fade from his eyes, you give one last and just smash his face into the ground. And it's just, he's done. Absolutely done.
All right.
With that, there is the other Tanaruk that's in this combat, the one in front of Lilith, steps up to the edge of the circle, and he's now in just barely enough range for Nickelodeon there, and takes a big swing with his big axe. Yes. What's your armor class?
12.
That's gonna hit.
That's
Not the
gonna
cleric.
hit.
Peel for the healer, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
And that's
And
gonna
I
hit
didn't
that's gonna hit you for 17.
and I didn't buy any potions because he said not to buy potions.
All right.
Just curious, how much health do you have left?
1 sec. Let me subtract. 14.
All right, and I ask because he does have a second attack.
All right, guys. It's been fun.
He's, after smacking
I
you,
crossed myself.
After smacking you real good with the axe, he's gonna come in and try to bite you, and that's also gonna connect for. It's the wrong dice. That's gonna connect for another 7 damage.
Oh, sick. We're good. We're good. I got max healing. We're good. Oh wait, do I gotta make a roll for concentration? Because you hit me.
Yes, you do.
All right. How do I know if I succeed?
So it's I believe it's versus your spell save DC.
Okay. So I gotta beat that.
Yeah. So you beat your spell save DC, I believe.
Nat 1.
That one. All right. So Beacon of Hope does fall.
Damn.
Well,
You called your own nat one earlier.
I know I
All
did.
hope is lost, boys.
I know I did.
No, no more hope. There is no hope.
Oh,
There never was.
After that one takes its swing, Nakab is gonna, still swearing in Elvish. He's gonna flip his like blunderbuss open and load a different shell into it and flip it closed, and aim at the creature that just attacked Nickelodeon. Take another big shot. And that's a nat 20.
Oh no,
Nice.
that's awesome.
And that's max dice. He just puts a hole through this thing.
Yeah, dude.
So he just steps up, still swearing in Elvish. He looks at, before he takes a shot, he looks at Malachi and goes, all right, fine. I got this one. And he pulls, he sets it up. Wow, the magic surges through his hand into the gun. It kind of, this arc of lightning wraps around the barrel. And this fireball shoots out the end. And it just punches a hole straight through the chest of the Tanaruk. And he just kind of grips at it a second. And the Tanaruk falls straight, just dead. The only enemy still standing is Lilith. So then it is Etlin.
Damn, he just pulled the BFG.
Right.
I want to just go towards Lilith. How far is she from me?
She's about 30 feet.
Can I walk that far? Like, not run. I want to walk.
You have your, like, running or walking, your movement would be pretty much the same.
Okay.
So it's 25.
Yeah, so you're 25 feet of movement. You'd be about 5 feet out.
Okay. I'm going to walk up and say, look around you. What exactly do you think, where do you think this will go? You're supposed to be some type of god. We're nothing. That one, he literally just threw like metal and wood at you.
And she looks you straight in the eyes, her hair still fluttering around in this rage. She goes, I hope to be a god, and you are in the way. And she looks at Armand and goes, we're leaving.
I'm paralyzed. I can't do shit.
I wanna use the rose whip thing and just try to grab one of her hands.
Okay.
Like make an attack towards her hand, I guess.
Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Oh.
13.
13. Let's see.
And even if that's just an attack, that's okay with me.
Yeah. So you throw the whip at her, and you don't quite grab her hand. It starts to wrap around, and she just kind of like pulls her hand away.
That's fair.
And she looks at you and goes, "Do you ever learn?" And looks back at Armand and puts her hand out to Armand and says, "We're leaving." And then both Armand and Lilith disappear. Just vanished.
Fuck.
Get in the car. We're going home.
That's okay. My next turn, I was paralyzed. I couldn't have done anything.
What happens to the remaining? Is there any remaining Hulk dude?
No, they're all dead. But as soon
I
as
thought we
she
had last
leaves,
one, I didn't know.
as soon as she leaves, they start to rapidly decay. And in the pure silence of the aftermath of this, you hear some people kind of start to creep back up into the scene from further back in camp. And there are some that look wounded, like there was fighting elsewhere with maybe with perhaps other cultists. And just it's quiet. No one says anything. There's no cheering. There's no nothing.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, you had your hand up. Please go right ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I'd like to just like spit blood on the ground, and like give everybody like a look. Not say anything yet, but just like look at everybody, and just be like, "All right, let's go tend to the wounded," and then just start like limpingly walking back.
All
Just
right.
like that's rough, buddy.
I'm not gonna address the situation. I'm just gonna leave.
All right. So you turn
I'm
around.
gonna
You.
go help him.
All right. What's up? Kate?
If I may, I'd like to corner wizard guy Etlin for a moment. You need to bring the rope back.
Yeah, no, we're good. We'll just walk
Yeah.
over there to where it was. It doesn't move at all.
To where
If we
you
go back
hoisted
over
Mike
there-
at?
Yeah,
Because that's where I'm going. That's what
Okay.
I'm doing right now.
we'll go together.
I'm not derailing. I'm being in character here.
As you approach the spot where you had hoisted Mike, the rope just kind of falls out of the sky, and you hear through like the raspiest voice. I saw your fight. I've seen better.
Fuck you, Mike.
All right, I'm coming down. Catch me. I don't know. I cannot climb. How do I get?
Bjorn?
How do I?
I go. You heard the man. And I take a step back.
Bjorn?
Am I close enough to this? Like, can I hear any of this?
Make a perception check.
I guess that we walked away from you. Never mind. It's not. I just have to you guys. I guess.
Yeah, you can make the perception check if you'd like.
Alright, just to see if I can hear it. 13.
13. Yeah, it's still pretty quiet. Nobody's really saying anything. You just hear very faintly, Bjorn. Like nobody's like yelling or anything like that. It's just very, very monotone and kind of pleading.
Okay.
Alright.
Plie.
I'm gonna look back towards Cicada.
Okay.
Like, stop and then look back.
All right. You see Etlin and Kata standing around a rope that's suspended in the middle of the air.
And I'm just gonna nod. Like, what's up?
I love that so much.
Help.
So casual.
I mean, and remember that Bjorn, as of right now, is just kind of covered in blood from
No, yeah,
having
he's-
punched this thing in the face to death.
I think Mike's your character. Is Mike actually jumping down?
Yeah,
I mean, he'd really rather not, given how much
I was gonna
pain
say-
he's in.
That seems like a terrible idea. Where is he right now? I don't
He's-
understand exactly
So
what happened there.
rope trick. When it's cast, the rope goes 15 feet up in the air into a pocket dimension.
Okay.
So Etlin pretty much just made a pocket dimension to put Mike so that he
Right.
wasn't in the way or like in danger anymore. So
No,
he's
perfect. That's
he's
awesome.
15 feet in the air in a little pocket dimension and has to find a way to get down.
Just want to point out he can climb the rope down.
He's all busted up though. I don't know if
got,
he
like,
can climb a rope. He's got
bones
like
sticking
bone
out.
hanging out of him.
I
Yeah.
saw his thighs. He could take a rope just with those babies.
It took a massive amount of adrenaline, I think, to get up the rope. I think it seems unreasonable to like get down the rope.
I'm just like prepping myself with like my busted ass leg. Like
Yeah, shit. I don't have. I mean, I got a whole lot of ball bearings.
You do have Bjorn's attention. Are you calling him over?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna
you
run
just
over.
you just push me to the side and go where I was.
All right.
Okay,
you said
yeah, I'm
you
just gonna
stepped
run
away.
over.
Awesome.
Like,
I need
would
you to
can
catch this. I need you to catch Mike.
Alright, I drop my axe on the ground. Just ready to catch him. Do you want me to catch him or do you want to go up there and grab him?
I mean, if you think you can climb down a rope with the man 3 times your size, that's up to you. But he needs to be down here sooner than later.
I have complete and total faith in the man. Did you not see him wrestle the scalable?
Fair. That's a good point. You can have at it. Go for it. Please. I would be very grateful if you would get Mike down from this little universe hole.
I'll look up and go, and start climbing.
All right. You make really quick work of the climb up there. You get to the top, and Mike very, very slowly, very weakly kind of reaches out and wraps his arms around your shoulder and neck. He goes, all right. I don't think any more pain could even be possible at this point. Just get me home.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to him, kind of slide down.
Okay. I do need you to make a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
Just all slick. Like,
That is a 12.
All right. All right. So you're able to. It's a little cumbersome, but you are able to kind of like slowly work your way down. You get a little bit of rope burn on your hands, but you get to the bottom and you lay Mike down ever so gingerly. The whole time he's wincing and kind of grunting in pain. But he is down and he is back on the ground.
excellent.
Nice.
I don't have a means to carry him back. Well, we don't need to carry him out, do we? We're in the middle of this camp still.
Uh-huh.
Never mind then. We don't necessarily have to like gurney him up or anything like that.
And
It would be ideal, but
Mike through his kind of crushed in helmet looks at you and he goes, "Kidda, be honest, how bad?
it's pretty bad, big guy.
Have I had worse?"
I think parts of you have had worse, but just about every part is it's in bad shape. But you're a tough cookie.
I don't know. I can't feel my legs.
Your legs look excellent right now, Mike. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I need you to worry about feeling like yourself right now.
It's true. They're good legs.
You could see tears in his eyes, and to your recollection, you've never actually seen this man cry. And he's I don't, I can't feel, I don't.
I knew this was gonna happen when you painted a rose on that shield, Mike.
You said
You gotta toughen up. You gotta toughen up.
I don't. I just
Anxiety doesn't help, Mike. We're gonna figure it out. But right now, you're still alive, even though you look like you came out of a meat grinder.
Remember the time I did come out of a meat grinder?
I do. That's how I know. That's how I know you'd get the reference. See, it's not bad. You still remember the meat grinder. Good.
Okay.
I met some people the last few days. They're good with their hands.
Fantastic.
I want to go home.
I need anybody's help to make that happen. See those people, Edlin.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right, but yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to, what we need to do from here to move him.
And a couple
I
of
can
people.
carry him.
I was gonna say a couple people have come out from the camp, like carrying. There's one guy carrying a small bag with like medical supplies and stuff like that. Doesn't necessarily look like a full-on healer, just somebody who's trying to help. And a couple other people like come out with a stretcher, just anything they can do to help. And the one with the bag is, I'm not much in the way of trying to fix people, but I can definitely see if I can stop the bleeding.
Stop anything you possibly can.
You got it.
Not the heart.
Well,
I believe that goes without saying. And he sits down next to him and pulls out a bunch of gauze and starts kind of packing it into the spots in the armor where he could do that. And he's whispering really low. "All right, this is gonna hurt. I have to put the bone back in your arm." He's just like 1, 2, 3, and you hear and Mike and the bone is back in, and he starts wrapping and trying to splint the arm to help. And when he comes out, the other couple people come out with like a stretcher, and they're kind of starting to look after him and help. From there, we are going to jump over to Nickelodeon, who's looking to try and help any of the wounded that he can find.
I was just heading back towards the main tent where they said everyone was meeting up.
Mhm.
On the way, does it look like there are any like bodies or like hurt or injured individuals? Like, do I see anybody?
There are a handful of wounded kind of wandering around, but they're up on their feet.
Okay.
and there's a few laying on the ground, kind of like propped up against tents and stuff like that. But they already have somebody working with them. And you see a lot of magical healers, a lot of what you can recognize as druids, just based on what they're wearing, doing everything they can to try to help as well. And as you start to get closer towards the main tent, you actually see the half-orc leader and the elf from the feast and such escorting a very old man who's blindfolded. And people are gathering around and trying to get to the old man, like not in like a mean way, just in a very like crying out for help, like the wounded are coming to him, and people that seem like they're looking for their family are calling to him. And he's
like a person of note that they want him.
They want his help. They're calling to him, but he's actually making a beeline for you.
Okay. As he's getting close, I want to like kind of just like take a seat and then use the Dawnblade's daily use of the 1d8 health pot.
Okay. So you pick up the handle for Dawnblade and you pop the top, like you pop the bottom. There's like a little orb that looks like a sun. You pull that off and you just take a swig from the bottom of it and you get 1d8 of health back.
It's a 2.
Sorry, homie.
Yeah, it's all good.
And as you're drinking, the old man and the half-orc and the elf come up, and he looked. The old man doesn't make any sort of eye contact. He's looking straight because he is blindfolded, and he goes, "I have heard that you have friends in need. Would you guide me?"
Yeah, one sec. Let me get up real quick, and then I'll like try and stand up, but it'll be like when you stand up too quick, how your vision kind of goes blurry a little bit, and then I'm just gonna turn around and just start walking back.
So please help an old man. My sight seems to have gone, and he extends a hand out to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll take his hand.
Rude.
He found a way to walk over to me. At that point, I assumed
He was being escorted.
You didn't say that.
I did.
He did.
Okay, well, I misunderstood.
The man just had to heal himself, guys. Cut in some slack.
Yeah, he's having some trouble. But as when you actually take his hand, you feel.
Wait a minute. If he was already being escorted, they can continue to escort him.
He specifically reached
Snap.
out for you, but that's okay.
He liked you.
So if,
anyway, yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah, my bad.
What
And
you got
then
against touching blind people, Nick?
I'll help.
so
Lead him with mage hand so you don't have to touch him.
Oh, I don't.
as you take his hand, you actually feel a surge of life kind of run up your arm, and you're healed for
95 points.
you're actually healed for 7.
Oh, sick.
He goes, I feel
Sick.
your life force is rather weak as well. I'm sorry, but it seems there are more pressing matters that I must attend to first. Take me to the worst of it.
Yeah, I'll just keep walking. I won't
Okay.
say anything.
All right, and you're guiding him, and where is it exactly that you're taking him?
Just back to the group.
Okay. So you walk back the way you came, and you get to where the rest of the party is, all kind of huddled around Mike, watching as the first responder, Good Samaritan, is there doing his absolute best to try and help. And the older gentleman, he stops, and he kind of puts his hands out, and he goes, I can feel the pain. He kind of walks forward a little bit, like no unassisted kind of feeling, and taking very deliberate, slow steps. And he finds the man who's helping. He goes, very good, very good. I will take it from here. And the person helping looks up, and his eyes widen. He goes, of course. And he kind of steps back, and the old man kneels next to Mike and just puts his hands on him. And these vines, these roots, kind of come up out of the ground and like kind of entangle him a little bit, and start glowing. And as they're glowing, you can see like the big cuts and the abrasions and everything all over his body start to close. And he works for a few minutes in silence, and the large Goliath, who you've now done, just through side conversation in the moment, you've come to know as Uther. Uther walks up and puts his hand on the old man's back and says, "It's good to see you again, Taliesin. I hope that we can work this together. We need to talk." He goes, yes, once I'm completed. And yeah, it's the TJ insert.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, as soon as we are completed and the wounded are healed, we most certainly will talk. Uther nods and turns around and walks back further into more waves of wounded coming in, and he's kind of directing people where to sit and helping where he can, trying to offer any healing that he can. And with that, I think that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Shit.
It's a good place to
It's a
end.
good spot. I mean,
Bloody aftermath, some hard fighting.
Yeah. The
I
bad
hope-
guy with the poison bullet in their side.
I mean, that was a Bond movie, I think.
Atlin, do you have find object as a spell?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Damn.
Nick does.
oh shit, right?
Agreed.
I just saw where you're going with that.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
But I was not aware that that actually happened, so I can't even do find object because I don't know about the marble. So
You know about Armand stuff.
Hell, I
that's
still
true.
don't even know about the marble.
that's true.
All right. So I hope that you guys, as the players, had just a ton of fun. I was trying to give you a little bit more of something action-packed and kind of like a good action thrill ride, as opposed to our normal political drama that we like to play. So I hope that
words are good.
I hope that this was a good departure from that. Tom, I hope you have an awesome time while you're overseas having a good vacation. So please stay safe, have a good trip, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, guys.
just
Announcement right here. Next week, we are going to still be at our full 6. We have another special guest. You've seen him in chat. Mr. TJ versus Zombies is going to be with us.
Bow, 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 bow.
Pew, 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 pew. He's going to get to look himself in the face. His old blind
Yeah.
self in the face. So, if you guys liked us, you can always hit that follow button right up top just so you know when we go live. If you're already following, or
Tickle it,
if you're
don't
new
smash it.
here and you want to help support us so we can keep doing things, Steven, what can they do?
You can subscribe to our channel. That's the right word, yes? It's late in the day. You can subscribe to our channel for the low price of $4.99.
$4.99.
If you don't have $4.99, you can also take advantage of Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which
You have
means you can
Twitch
take
Prime.
that $5 straight out of Jeff Bezos's probably like silk lined pockets. He's so rich. Take your money back from him. Give it to us. Or another deserving streamer out there. There's one here in this room with us today. Tenspd, TENSPD. You can find her information in the link dump below. I recommend that one. If you give these things to us, we can make our dreams come true. Give us new mics and all these different things, and we appreciate it.
Keep the good times rolling.
Keep the good times rolling. So, as it was said,
That's
we
a
do
good
have,
D&D joke.
as it was said, we do have somebody else in the stream who has their own stream. That's my lovely sister Sydney, aka 10Speed. Where can they find you?
Hello.
When can they find you?
As it was mentioned, I believe my channel link is in the bio down there, correct? Or someplace down there?
Mm-hmm.
In the write-ups down below this visual section's place is a link to my channel where you'll find me Saturday nights playing whatever the hell I feel like. Sunday nights playing some jump scary horror, something exciting to get the horror blood pumping. Tuesday nights with my good buddy Metal Plates playing local co-op, typically top-down shooters, action games. And right here Friday nights doing this precisely. But if you want to check it out, drop a follow so you get the notifications when we go live. It would be great to see you there too.
Awesome. Yes, please go check her out. Go have a good time. She's always fun. She always has a blast. Real quick, we did just get 2 new follows. Halfwit D&D, thank you for the follow. What is it?
Pandemonic.
Pandemonic. There we go. The one threw me off. Welcome. And I hope you guys enjoy being wizards, because you're wizards now. That's all it took. You now know magic.
What's up, guys?
Last couple bits here. Getting all tongue-tied in my own head here. Richard, if they want to talk to us, if they want to do anything during the week and we're not live, where can they find us?
You can find us at Twitter. That's also in the description over there. We're also on Instagram. Just message us anytime. And you can find us on Facebook.
Yeah, we do have a Facebook.
Gross.
So if you have any questions, message us and we'll make sure to answer as soon as possible.
That is a thing. And hey, Malfoy, what's our schedule look like?
So on Fridays, you can catch us playing the main game here at 7:30. And then if you missed that, or if you would like to catch up on the previous episodes, if this is your first time watching, we have a YouTube page with all of the previous sessions unedited, posted on Mondays. And then on Wednesdays, we have a pseudo podcasty type format. It started off being questions, but eventually it just turned into us bringing topics and tangenting for about 2 hours. So that's always fun.
And
But the
it's a
main
ton of
show
fun.
is Fridays at 7:30.
Yes.
So
As is our Tangenty podcast. So if you want to catch any of that, go ahead and hit that follow button. We love and appreciate
smash it.
each and every one of you for being here. So please come on back. Like, I want to see your beautiful faces. I know Steven wants to see your beautiful faces too.
It's true.
That's his thing in life. Like,
You're
All of your
so-
colorful screen
so
names.
gorgeous.
They bring
Yes.
me joy.
yes. So with that, thank you all so much for being here again, and you have a great rest of your evening. Good sleep. Call your mom because she probably misses you, and do something nice for somebody tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Night.
Hey, really.